Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, and always punctual and on-time host, Mukluk, and today we are back for Guild Wars Tuesday. That's right, it is that day of the week. I am currently visiting the EU servers, so I'm over in the land of healthcare. Hopefully that will be good for me. And we are gonna get our gaming on right now. Additionally, I believe there is a little bit of Guild Wars 2 news that we can go over later. Guild Wars 2 released a tweet from game director Josh Davis about the exciting things coming to Guild Wars 2, and then there's a link to a blog post. So in a little bit, we'll check that out and see if there's anything of substance there, or if it's just repeats. We have healthcare in Colombia too. Oh my gosh, stop your bragging. Good lord, I can't process all this healthcare. Chaos is happening? No, I think Flute's at work, so I don't know if there's much chaos happening. Chaos was happening last night when I tried to Vermintide with Flute. That's for sure. Mug, do you want to do daily strikes? Maybe, but not right this second. We are just getting started right now. Also, a nice trailer for the upcoming story. Well, I look forward to seeing it. We'll be checking that out in a few minutes. I hope the upcoming story, if they talk about like a war effort, it's more than 3 dudes. That was too few dudes. Like, it's like a murder of crow is like a minimum of 3 crows. I think a war of humans needs to be like, it's like a minimum of 100. And that even might still be a battle. Like, I don't know the exact minimum number for it to be called a war, but 3 I know is too small. They killed off World v World comms for good. We have the end date. World v World comms? What? Hi, Ghost. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Mukluk Chat, how y'all doing? Alien Dance. Hello! Welcome! Community. You're saying they killed off World v World communities. How? How did they do that? Hi, who is losing? Rock. These vegetables. These vegetables are losing. And I am winning. Hi, Shugo. What up? In Germany, a lot of humans put together is called a casserole. I mean, for a serial killer, maybe. I don't think the other normal humans call it that. Wanted to flex on Muck with my quick kata. Look, if you want to do 10 times the work for less damage than a Deadeye, that's fine. I'm not gonna do it. But if you want to be sweaty over there in the corner, that's fine. 2 dudes from Balkans is enough to start a war, Muck. What? Yeah, but there's other people involved. The beta server thing will be on live all the time. The org servers? What? Ghost, I love you, buddy, but you need to talk in complete sentences. The org server? Okay, I read that as Orgrimmar servers. Or organization servers? And I don't know if either one of those makes sense in the context of Guild Wars 2. The beta server thing will be live all the time. The beta thing will be live all the time. I'm guessing you mean like the changes to World v World they've been working on for a couple years now. World restructuring will be always on as beta. Okay. So, but then those people can queue together as a guild, right? Like, if they were playing together before, they can play together after by just getting in the same guild, right? Hello, Mukluk Chat. Hi, Lala. HTTP error? What? Wasn't that the plan months ago? That was the plan 8 years ago. Yeah, that was the plan. Also, happy birthday. Thank you. It's not my birthday, but I appreciate that. I will say that, was it last year or the year before when they said World v World Alliance is a win, and then they said this year. But then it's been like another year or 2. So we'll see. Is ANET going have pre-update streaming of the upcoming updates on the 21st? Pre-update streaming. Do you mean like where they stream some of the changes from their account, or do you mean like where they have like a beta weekend? 8-year alpha sounds reasonable. Yeah, Star Citizen also believes that. The issue with Quick Kata is you're juggling two things as just pure DPS, as you have to keep on doing finishers just to keep up DPS, so keeping quick to the mix. I asked the question, Muck, can you juggle? Better question, do you need to? See, you're over here trying to get, you know, your quickness bucks out of the ATM machine, and for some reason you're juggling wallets standing in front of the machine. I'm at the machine next to you, and I just press the button and give you a weird look. Like, it's not that it's can I juggle, it's why is that necessary? And it's not. But you're choosing to make it harder for yourself by playing Catalyst. Do we need an engineering degree to play engineer? No, just don't put any faith in the turrets, because they nerfed those into the ground 8 years ago and they never fixed it. I'm having a hell of a day. It's 10 a.m. Of course, someone mentions war and Captain Crapface arrives to reap the spoils of victory. It's one of his trigger words. He hears that and just comes crawling out from under the fridge. Is Power DPS Vendi good for all endgame content? I haven't played it firsthand, but I've grouped with them. I think so. I know it's very popular in PvP and World v World. Maybe less so in PvE, but it works in all game modes. What are you always saying at the start of every video? You speak so fast, LMAO. Hey Steve, hang on, I've got subtitles. Oh, is it not gonna work? There we go. Alright, it took a second. That's it. Why don't you play the other races at Guild Wars 2? I used to. I used to have characters of all the races, and then I kind of just decided this one was my favorite, and then I deleted the other characters. Except the human, because he's like 11 years old, so he has lots of presents.
Dracorn sit.
And another one! Thank you, Ephley. I'm starting to forget what your original name was, but the EVs allow me to remember who you are in spirit. Like, my very first character was actually a Sylvari Necro. Because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a plant, but with power over death. That's so edgy. And I don't remember deleting it, but I did at some point. Has Mug read the blog post? No, I'll be doing that soon. Right now we're picking up cabbages. My cabbages! Should've named myself Miss Eevee. Maybe. If I ever meet that streamer with those Eevee emotes, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, this person has stolen so many of Ephley's emotes. Your Necro deleted itself, that's how edgy it was. Ugh. Sylvari Necro named P-Bug. I don't remember what it was named. And I know I've played all the other races because I wanted to see like the early story for the Norn and the Char and stuff like that. And then I deleted them. Alright, that bit's done. I'll clip that and send it to them. They're my emotes now. I'm having a hell of a time getting my yoga instructor to leave my house. Every time I ask her to leave, she just says, namaste. Sounds like a squatter. Muck didn't delete the plant necro. Mrs. Muck deleted to keep Muck from her emote. Yeah, I don't think it works that way. I do not think it works that way. Ephley, the thing with your emotes reminds me of, like, before I ever knew who Co-Carnage was, there was a fella that was a fan of his that was in my chat all the time named White Tiger. And at the time, Ko's emotes were all a white cat. And he was using those all the time. And I just assumed that, like, those are his emotes. It made sense to me. And then I found out, like, way later on, like, there's a streamer named Co Cartage. I'm like, oh my god, there's so many white tigers in this chat. And he was just a sub to that guy. Is damage druid build possible? Yes. But DPS Alack druid, not really. But yeah, it's possible. Yeah, there's a DPS Condi druid. Taking the trait lines across the bottom row of the druid stuff adds a lot of conditions to what you're doing. And then you can put out a lot of condition damage. How is Chip? Oh, he moved. He was on his tower when I started the stream. He's over there now.
Chip.
He barely turned his head. The chair's like 10 feet away, so I can't reach it from here. But there's a blanket in the chair, and he's cuddled up on that. Ah. Yeah, he was to my left when I started the stream. He relocated at some point. The chip chair. Yeah. He's claimed it. Let's see. No, not one over there. Chip just made me follow you. Yes! He's doing his work. Would you get another cat soon or just Chip for now? Chip is a bit of a handful, so we'll just keep just Chip. He's got a sensitive stomach. And we, not often, but occasionally have to clean up after him. Don't think we're ready to have a second cat running around. He gets that really expensive cat food. PvP was more fun before they made DPS Druid a thing, annoying that thing is. But before DPS Druid, there was Ancient Seeds Druid, which was constantly rooting people. And I thought people that didn't play Druid hated Ancient Seeds more than DPS Druid. Because they got rid of Ancient Seeds. It's funny because they were like, yeah, we decided that Ancient Seeds isn't fun to play against, so we got rid of it. And I was like, I don't think Mesmers are fun to play against. But they didn't listen to me. They didn't care that I said that. Kaboku, thank you for the Prime. Welcome. Appreciate that. Gas? Oh yeah, it's such a surprise. Such a surprise that it's not fun to play against someone that's just making a million Naruto clones constantly. Everyone, hey Mog. Hey White. I play the rare power vert when Condi Vert exists. Crab Wizard, thank you for the Prime. Welcome. Yeah, but only one person played Druid before. Oh, okay. Did y'all hear about a new fractal? There's a blog post, but I haven't read it yet, so there might be a mention in there on that. 2uesday again. Dang, time flies. Now, Guild Wars Wednesday is tomorrow. Guild Wars Tuesday is today. Man, I hope they don't make it Guild Wars 3, because Guild Wars 3's day is just not going to roll off the tongue very well. For that reason alone, they should not make that. Fingers crossed the new Fractal CM is more functional than Silent Surf. Oh my gosh. Silent Surf, the strike mission that was turned into a Fractal at the last second. And then people soloed it, and then they had to change it again. Dude, I remember trying to like, legitimately, you guys, I have not done Silent Surf since I made the guide for Silent Surf. I was like, there, it's done. I don't have to go back. If Guild Wars was made by Valve, we'd never get Guild Wars 3. True. There we go. All right. Let's see, matter converter. Get the crowbar. Box for world supplies. And Star of Gratitude. Come on. There's only one thing in here. Obviously, I'm talking about that. Okay. Guild Wars 2-2. I don't think it works like that. Alright. When I want to know if I'm good in a class to take Silent Surf when it comes up on dailies like Mukluk takes strike missions. I mean, you can. It's just you gotta get more. I think you gotta get a group of more competent people for Silent Surf than you do for strike missions. I just remembered my question for you. As a healer, is there a way to see if my squad members have conditions on them when I don't have any? Like the eye wall mechanic from Ceres gives a bunch of conditions if it hits you, but as a healer, you know, that contrasts your DPS. Yeah, so if you're in a party, you can see in the party UI conditions next to their names. But if you're in a squad, you can't see that. So you kind of just have to be aware of it. Like if you see that like someone gets hit by the beam thing, you just know that guy's a ton of conditions and throw out some cleansing. Hey there, Mugshot. Hey, Lady Car. Yeah, that would be a good thing if maybe if they had a condition, their portrait in the squad menu was like kind of maybe got like a red hue or something to show that they have something to cure. Especially Necros. Necros love when we cure their stuff constantly. That could be good. But yeah, in the squad interface right now, that's not a thing. Disable view is good to see your party spoons. Well, I mean, that works for some things. Like, if you're fighting a world boss, you can't see, like, if party member 37 near you has conditions on you if you turn off the grid. Play Heal Scourge, never worried about Condies on your squad again. Yeah, Heal Scourge does a Condi cleanse every 4.5 seconds. It's good. As a healer in World v World, when I have conditions, everyone has conditions. Yeah, just assume everyone has them all the time. That's just how you operate. They should make that thing back into a strike and make an actual fractal instead. Maybe. I mean, I would still like to see the bugs related to the Icebird Saga strikes fixed. A guy can dream. A guy can dream. Alright. Let's take a look at this new info here. Where did I put it? There it is. Let's put dark mode on this page. This is too much. Also, hold on. Please don't be loud. Please don't be loud. Please don't be loud. Okay, turn that down. All right, we've got it open. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at this stuff, chat. Let's take a look at this stuff. All right. I'm going to do this in the form of a YouTube video in case it's worthy enough to go on YouTube. I don't know if it is yet. Okay. Alright, hello gamers, Mukluk here, and we are back with some more possible Guild Wars 2 news. Guild Wars 2 posted on Twitter this morning. They said, hear from our game director, Josh Davis, about the exciting things coming to Guild Wars 2 in our latest studio update. Spoiler alert, prepare to meet the Midnight King. Spoiler alert, we met him last time. There was actually a big part of the story. We have met the Midnight King already. And then there is a link to a blog post, which is right here, and there is a video as well. So I'm just going to go through this information in order and see if there's anything new and juicy in here for our consumption. So, studio update, Guild Wars 2 in spring and summer 2024. Greetings, Guild Wars community. My name is Josh Davis, and I'm the game director for Guild Wars 2. I'm excited to present the spring and summer 2024 studio update and give you the latest scoop on what's coming to Tyria. We have a lot of ground to cover today, from Guild Wars 2 Soto to World v World to player versus player and more, so let's dive right into things. Guild Wars 2 Secrets of the Obscure, the Midnight King. The final update for Guild Wars 2 Soto, the Midnight King, will arrive next Tuesday, May 21st. This content will be available for free to all current and future owners of Guild Wars 2 Soto. And then there is a video. And so I'll pause the reading here, and I have the video pulled up here in another tab, and we will check this out
Children of Nyos, you have lived in nightmare for millennia now. Not one day longer.
Every hour, more of my soldiers die. I fear we march to our end. And finally, she brings herself before the throne. I've been waiting. Princess of Traitors.
Okay. So that's it for that. And then new content available. Hold on a second. New content available May 21st. Play for free if you own the expansion. Wooden Potatoes is going to have a 48-minute video on his channel about that roar. If you're interested in watching that, be sure to check him out. Spoiler alert, it's the Midnight King's ex-wife. Alright, so continuing with the reading. These final story chapters will bring the commander deeper into the world of Naos, to the citadel of Zakiros, where the indomitable Midnight King himself resides. These story chapters come with expanded playable space in Inner Naos and a climactic meta-event chain. In addition, this release also includes the Lonely Tower, our latest fractal dungeon, the second tier of the legendary Obsidian armor, refreshed Wizard's Vault rewards and challenges, and 6 new relics. We'll spend a few weeks monitoring the fractal dungeon and balancing the encounter if needed, and then on June 4th we'll introduce the Fractals Challenge mode. Speaking of challenge mode, we're excited to announce the May 21st release will also include a challenge mode for the squad-based version of Convergences, and its 5 legendary bosses. Yes, a 5th boss is coming. You'll fight amped up versions of each encounter while dealing with stricter resurrection rules. You'll earn extra rewards for your efforts, and achieving a gold rank clear time on all 5 encounters will net you a new title to show off to all your pals. We're also adding in an in-game leaderboard for all 5 bosses, so you can compete with your friends for the fastest clear times of bragging rights. Interesting. Convergence challenge mode. So I'm curious if it will do the same kind of scaling. Because, like, for example, in normal convergences, like, I would say I feel pretty comfy doing it with 30 or more people. But you could go in with 50. So I wonder if people will find, like, oh, it's easier to do it with 30 really good people than 50 decent people or something like that. Finally, we have 3 exciting quality of life updates coming with this release. First, the squad messages will now appear when hovering over commander icons on the minimap. These will make it easier to identify the purpose of a squad, especially when you have multiple commanders operating on the same map. Octovine is the first one that comes to mind. There's often 4 there. Second, by popular request, we're introducing a nifty accessibility upgrade that allows players to customize the color and shape of the targeting reticle while using the action camera mode. Does anyone still do that? I'm kidding. I know there's 2 of you. And finally, we are increasing the guild membership limit from 5 to 6 for all players. Time to make some more friends. As a reminder, they said they were increasing the number of guilds you could join by 1 for all the people complaining that they needed to be in another guild in order to do the upcoming World v World stuff, like the alliances and all. So be sure to save that slot for World v World guild if you care about that. And then here's action camera reticle settings, a screenshot of it with some colors that you can change and some different reticles as well. World v World updates. Wait, hold on, who's adding me? Muck can use his direct line to ANET, which he totally has to make it happen. I don't know what you're talking about, chat, but I promise you the answer is no, I cannot. Their response to any of my messages is just red 10:48 p.m. Alright, World v World updates. It's happening. We're excited to announce that World Restructuring System will be moving into an always-on beta status beginning with World v World Reset June 14th. This feature has been a long time coming, 8 years, and there will undoubtedly be kinks that we'll need to iron out with the launch, but making the feature perpetually available to players will allow us to iterate on the system more quickly than the limited beta events we've run previously. For example, we're continuing to hammer out the remaining queue bugs. To further mitigate the queue issue in the short term, we'll add an additional tier to both NA and EU World v World, which will reduce the queue length for maps during prime time. As a note, the end of the final relinking period will be extended from May 31st to June 14th. We have important changes coming to help prepare for the introduction of World Restructuring. We are increasing the guild membership limit from 5 to 6 to give World v World players some added flexibility in creating or joining guilds for World Restructuring. Second, we're introducing an in-game timer under the name Next Team Creation Lockout in the guild panel to help communicate when changes to battle guilds will take effect. Okay. Finally, to help memorialize the worlds we've been battling over for the past 12 years, you'll be able to don a new title to honor them. Example, Anvil Rock Veteran. These will be available as a free one-time purchase from Commander Warraiser in World v World. We recognize that the world you consider your true home may not be the world you currently reside on, so we're leaving it up to you to choose the title that means the most to you. Choose carefully. So we could just be oops all Maguma. The May 21st update will bring some quality of life and balance adjustments, largely in response to the feedback we've been monitoring since our last round of changes, April 16th. We're continuing to observe the impact of recent changes and expect to iterate more on World v World systems and future updates. The health bar for objective lords will now be displayed in the event UI, making their status easier to track. Pro tip, clicking the lord's health bar in the event UI will make them your active target. It works for PvE events too. That is true. Any event in the game where there is a health bar over here, usually if you click on it, if you're in range of that thing, you target it. That's especially useful in Drizzlewood when you're fighting the sniper and then he makes 10 Naruto shadow clones. You could just click on the health bar in the UI and it targets the real one. And then you just walk over to that guy and ignore all the others. Siege disruptors will now be unblockable. We're increasing the base level and tier 3 supply capacities for keeps by 50 and increasing the amount of supply granted by the supply drop tactic by 100 to add some power back to defending. The Chilling Fog Tactivator now heals allied players every few seconds for its duration instead of chilling enemy players. Chilling Fog no longer chills. Okay. We're also planning a round of World v World changes for the July 16th release that are focused on scoring adjustment. We'll be back in a few months to talk about those changes in more details. PvP updates. On June 25th, we'll be introducing some quality of life and rewards improvements in preparation for the start of the next ranked season that starts July 2nd. To add some new build options, we're introducing new attribute amulets. Heretic, 1000 power, 1000 precision, 500 healing power, 500 ferocity. And Tyrant, 1000 power, 1000 condition damage, 500 precision, 500 toughness. And adding Ogre and Tormenting Runes. On the rewards front, our goal is to make Ascended Armor and weapons more accessible in PvP by increasing the number of Grandmaster marks that can be earned each season and decreasing the number of Ascended Shards of Glory needed to purchase Ascended Armor and weapons. We'll also be introducing reward track potions and adding new sources for karma from PvP rewards. Finally, like the prestigious color titles we've added for World v World Endgame PvE, we'll be updating the Champion Brawler title awarded for winning 10,000 rated arena games to a colored version. Thank God. In the July 16th update, we'll adjust the frequency of our daily automated tournaments to consolidate teams into fewer events and increase competitiveness. We'll also add a new weekly tournament event on Sunday in each region that features increased rewards. This seems like a good time to mention that we'll also be bringing back the Tournament of Legends event on a twice-yearly cadence, and we'll be back in the near future to confirm the next event date. We'll also address some long-standing feedback on the Jin's Dominion map in the July 16th update by making some improvements to the secondary map objective and the associated special action skills. Jin's Dominion is the only PvP map that when you go in there, it stops playing in-game music. And then it just doesn't play any the entire time you're in there. So it's like creepy quiet if you're using only in-game sounds. And there was one day that one of the developers that worked at ArenaNet at the time came to my chat and I complained about that. I was like, hey, can you pass this along to whoever? And he's like, wait, what? He's like, there's no music on the map? And I'm like, no. And he's like, I'm the one who set up that map. And I'm like, well, we know whose fault it is. And he laughed and he quit ArenaNet. I'm not joking. That guy doesn't work there anymore. He just laughed it off and then, okay. Skills and balance update. Our next set of skills and balance updates will arrive on June 25th. We're primarily focused on improving the usability of underperformed skills, utilities, and traits, and bringing in outlier builds when necessary. As usual, the Skills and Balance team will be live on Twitch next Friday, May 24th at noon Pacific to give a preview of the update, and the release notes preview will be live on our forum shortly after. We'll see you there. And then there is a picture of Naos, the inner Naos. Got this castle thing with some floating spires. Festivals and bonus events. Here's the full schedule of festivals and bonus events coming to Guild Wars 2 in the next few months. June 24th to 25th is Dragon Bash. July 2nd is the start of PvP Conquest Season 42. July 2nd to July 9th is Sunken Treasure Week. July 9th to July 16th is Dungeon Rush Bonus Event. July 16th to the 23rd is PvP Rush Bonus Event. July 23rd to the 30th is Living World Season 3 Bonus Event. July 30th to August 20th is Festival of the Four Winds. Don't forget to bookmark our handy event calendar to keep tabs on what's happening in the game, and there's a link to that if you want it. Aren't you forgetting something? Oh, right. What happens after the Midnight King? Well, you'll find out very soon, as it turns out. In the next few weeks, we'll post a development retrospective blog for Guild Wars 2 Soto that talks about what we've learned from the process and how we're taking those lessons into our next expansion. I'm going to pause there for just a second. Excuse my sniffles. I anticipate some interesting information from that. So they announced before Soto that they were switching to this yearly expansion cadence, where they were going to do, instead of big expansions and living worlds, they were instead going to do a mini expansion once a year. And then at 3 months, 6 months, and 9 months markers, they were going to add stuff into that expansion. And then after 1 year, release another expansion. And that was what they were going to do. If you take a team of people and you give them any task and you say, hey, do this once a year from now on, the first year is going to be the toughest one because they're going to have to figure out how to streamline it, essentially. Like, okay, well, I need to do this task and then hand this off to Bob. And then Bob does this thing and hands it off to Sally. Now, Sally needs like 2 weeks with that before she passes it on to Jim. Okay, so we need to have that done by this day. Like, there's so much in the workflow that can be learned from in year one that will affect the future years. I would imagine in terms of workflow that they learned a lot during this 1 year Soto thing. Now, that does not mean from our perspective that the second yearly expansion is going to be dramatically different. But it might be dramatically easier on them as developers to make the future expansions based on what they've learned from this one. That's just my thoughts as someone that used to, work in tech. Shortly after that, you'll get your first look at what the next expansion has to offer. Between that and everything we talked about above, it's shaping up to be a pretty exciting summer. As a final note, I'd like to take a moment to extend a heartfelt congratulations to 4 remarkable individuals who recently celebrated their 20-year anniversaries working at ArenaNet. Timey works there? Timey Foot, the environment art lead, Aaron Coberly, the art director, Andrew Frosty Gray, the lead designer, and Matthew Medina, the narrative designer. Thank you for your undying dedication, creativity, and passion. Here's to many more years of crafting incredible experiences together. To our community, as always, thank you for your continued support. We'll see you in the game. Josh, not an actual Grouch Davis, game director. And then there's a picture of a calendar here. It says in May 21st, final story chapter, new playable space in Inner Naos, the Lonely Tower Fractal Dungeon, Tier 2 Obsidian Legendary Armor, new Convergence boss, and challenge mode, updated Wizard's Vault rewards and challenges. June 4th, Dragon Bash Festival, Lonely Tower Fractal Dungeon challenge mode, 24/7 365 World Restructuring beta begins, Skills and Balance update, Ranked PvP rewards update. July 16th, PvP Quality of Life update, World v World Quality of Life update, Festival of the Four Winds. So, thoughts. My thoughts on all this. Some of this is pretty cool. Like, let's just take it from the top here. So first off, we've got this trailer. And looking at this trailer, we already knew about the Midnight King. He's blah, 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 come at me, I'm gonna waka waka everything. Pathos saying, demons rise up, you've been slaves for too long. And then Nephis, who only wanted to, we basically blackmailed him into working for us. And blackmail's not the right word. We kind of tricked him into a situation where he was forced to work with us, and now he's losing his people. He seems upset about that. So I don't know if he's going to be loyal with us, because he seems very upset about the demons that are dying. And then we see what appears to be like the final shot, which is once again just the main characters lined up and no one else. Actually, wait, are those other demons right there? I hope there are. I hope there are. I want to see an epic battle. Like Drizzlewood Coast, there's constantly little battles around it where tons of char of the different factions are like crashing into each other. Naos needs more of that. Naos has a case of like, you know, in Star Trek where the away team was always like just the main characters from the bridge. It was just like the captain, the second in command, the best doctor, and the best engineer go down to the planet, which was always a stupid plan. Like, this just gives me vibes of that. I want to see some big battles. The last chapter had that moment where we went to war and they were like, pincer formation. And I'm like, bro, there's two of us. Yeah, our formation is hold hands. So I do hope to see some just some more bodies that are thrown in there. As far as in this trailer, I don't know that there's any new lore here. Patha telling the people to rise up, the king saying blah blah blah, I hate you, and then that's kind of it here. Story finale, what do we have here? Meta event, Into the Spider's Lair, tier 2 Legi armor, which for those who don't remember, Obsidian armor has a tier 2 version. It will not be better in stats, it will be the same in stats, but it will be shinier in some way, like it'll be prettier. So, you know, you'll have the option of probably doing some minor additions to your tier 1 armor if you want the graphics to change. New Fractal Lonely Tower. The last Fractal that came out was the Silent Surf. The Silent Surf was kind of a mess. When they released it, there was a lot of speculation that Silent Surf was supposed to be a strike mission because of a lot of glitches and stuff that were in it that were then fixed later on. Like, you couldn't revive people because it was labeled as a strike and not a fractal. They did a bunch of changes to it. Like, the boss would steal your boons, but if he stole quickness or alacrity, it would mess up his timers, and then he would kill you, and you couldn't do anything about it. Then there was a version of him where he was soloable. Shout out to Lord Hyzen. And then they changed that so that you couldn't do that anymore. And it's largely fine now. It's okay. So eager, you know, I'm hoping for a smooth launch. What I'm getting at from this rant is that I'm hoping that there is a smooth launch of the Lonely Tower, because the last one was a bit of a mess. All right, so that's it for that. And then going on further down, we know that there's going to be a new chunk of Naos, and it'll have a meta event chain. In addition to that, since the Naos map will be complete, it'll be easier to get the full map. So if you are working on like Obsidian Legendary Armor and you need to get like the full map completion or light all the lanterns or whatever, there will be a new way of doing that going forward after that moment. Let's see, let's talk about Lonely Tower, the Obsidian Armor, the Wizard's Vault will refresh. 6 new relics. I believe if you have the Legendary Relic, that any relics from Soto will be automatically added to it. But after Soto, you have to acquire those relics at least once for them to be added to your Legendary Relic drop-down menu. As an example of that, I'm going to go right here. So here's like all the relics in the game so far, but we're going to have to, you know, got to catch them all after Soto is over, they said. Speaking of challenge mode, we got the challenge mode for convergences coming out. I'm sure big communities like Hardstock are going to love this. I'm curious to see, will it be puggable? So the toughest open world stuff that I can think of off the top of my head is like Dragon's End when it first came out, and things like Triple Trouble. Which Triple Trouble doesn't require big numbers, like people doing huge DPS, but it requires coordination, and it requires people doing what they're supposed to do. Dragon's End requires people doing what they're supposed to do and decent numbers. Convergences, I'm curious how it will be. Because like when I lead a convergence with just a pug, like I just grab random people, I just give some simple orders, like I put people in groups, and I'm like, group 1 and 2, you guys hang out in the middle. Group 3 and 4, you go to the bottom left and we split up. 5 and 6 go to the bottom right and we split up. Group 7 deal with the trebuchets. Everyone else just kind of, you know, do whatever. And that's usually enough. And then occasionally I'll be like, yo, heal Soja. And, you know, I just have to shout out something like that. So I'm curious how nasty this is going to be. If it's something that is like puggable with a decent pug, I'll make a guide for it and I'll throw it up there. If it's something that only like really, really super coordinated groups can do, meaning I myself am not able to get a kill on it, then I'm not sure if I'll be able to make one. Kind of like with challenge mode Harvest Temple. I never made a guide for that because it's just not something that people could feasibly pug. Okay, so ramped up version of the encounters, the quality of life updates. We're getting the new guild membership slot. Reminder that was intended for people who need another slot for World v World, but you can do what you want with it if you don't care. Just don't complain that you don't have enough slots after that. Be sure that you are connected to the right guild for the World v World you want to do if you enjoy doing World v World. Couple of mount stuff. PvP. My eyes kind of lit up when I saw 2 new attribute amulets. So in the time that I have been an active player in this game, which is about 6 years now I've been active, they've removed like half of the amulets in PvP. Like, there was like the bunker meta, so they removed all the big toughness amulets. And then there was healers were too tough to kill, so they removed all the vitality amulets and all the healing power amulets, where those are the primary stats. Then there was a season where Celestial Stat Renegade was able to just like one-shot people using the 7-shot skill on their bow. So they removed Selly amulets. Not the Renegade, they removed the amulet. And just stuff like that. Just things like that keep happening, and then the selection keeps getting smaller and smaller. So it's cool that they're adding 2 new ones, but the ones that they're adding are not really, they're still just offensive amulets. I worry that this is not really going to change much, which in the problem right now is that, you know, too many of the builds are kind of glass cannon-y, and this seems to be more of that. This is kind of interesting. 1,000 power, 1,000 condi, 500 toughness. This one is like almost Zerker, but it has healing power. This is interesting, but I don't know that it's going to shift the meta at all. I'd be happy if I'm wrong, to be clear. I'd be happy if I'm wrong, but I don't know that it's going to change anything. They're making Ascended Armor more accessible in PvP. I don't really think there's any problem with how Ascended Armor is gathered in PvP, but since the time that system was set up, they have made it much easier to get everywhere else. Like for the Strike Merchant, for example, when they set up PvP reward system, you were not able to just get Ascended stuff from strikes. You know, you couldn't get stat selectable stuff from walking into World v World like you can now, things like that. Automated tournaments, less often per day to increase competitiveness. I wonder if that is like a population issue. For those that don't actively PvP, you could see like there's a tournament in 3 minutes. There's one in 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours, and so on and so on. So there's usually many a day. So I guess they're quite profitable. For example, if you join one of these and like no one else joins, you can get a ton of Mystic coins if you're like the only active group. If they're going to do that, that'll be interesting to see what effect it has on the community, if it works out the way that they're hoping to. And then the Tournament of Legends. Jin's Dominion map. I have no problem. I mean, like I mentioned the music on that map. I always have to turn on an external music source whenever I'm playing that on stream. I like the map, but I will say, like, almost no one cares about the special thing on that map. You know, you've got, like, the map with the trebuchet and then the map with the cannons and stuff like that. Jin's Dominion has the lamp. And there's sometimes entire matches where no one goes in the lamp. It's, like, sometimes people do, but it's kind of a thing. It's not a huge deal. So maybe they're trying to make the actual objective in there be more desirable. Skills and balance update. I love balance patches. I'm always hoping to see them fix things. I'm often wrong, but I very much looking forward to this. Festival, if you're new to Dragon Bash, I'll link a guide for it that I've made in the past when we get closer to that. And let's see. I think that's it. And then, of course, they'll be releasing teasers about the next expansion after that afterward. Yeah, May 24th, we're going to have some more information from their live stream. And very much looking forward to that. And I think that's everything. As always, I'll have links to all of this down in the comment section down below. So if you want to see anything, read it for yourself, watch it for yourself, what have you, you'll be able to do so. And if you got any questions, problems, thoughts, concerns, leave them down in the comment section, and I will fight you there. There we go. Okay. I just noticed the thumbnail for this. That's kind of cool. It's like Dagda and like some of the other wizards and stuff, like facing down against them. New ranger pet? Maybe. We just got the new chalk pet. I don't know if we're going to get another new one or not. I want to know if go for obsidian armor or raid armor. I assume you mean like cosmetically. The commemorative title for World v Worlds are sweet. It's in the it said so in the trailer. Oh, did it? Oh, right there, yeah. New ranger pet. You're right, you're right, you're right. New Convergence boss, challenge mode, new ranger pet, Wizard's Vault refresh, adventures, events and rewards, more achievements, collections, and relics. Link for that post? Yeah, sure. Hang on a sec. That is a link to the post. And chat, give me just a second. I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Had to blow my nose. Can't wait for Sorrow CM. I mean, Sorrow isn't really difficult, he's just annoying. So CM, he might just be more annoying. I'm trying to get the new chalk pet, but it washed away in the rain. It took me 2 years to get my legendary raid armor. I think it's gonna take me a year to get the Obsidian Heaven armor, and the Guild Wars 3 will be out. I mean, you don't need to get the Obsidian armor if you already have the raid armor. CM if you can't move unless you have at least 2 stacks of stability. I wish they would tell us about the new DLC already. This company always postpones everything at the last second. The new DLC. Oh, well, you're talking about the new expansion. Yeah, it's still a little bit out. Down a little bit. All I have is the raid armor in medium, but I want it for my heavy class. You want it for your heavy class. Who's DMing me on Twitch? Wait, what? Sorry, give me just a second. There was a fella that won a giveaway of mine over the weekend. And he messaged me that there was an issue. Okay. Alright. Okay, that response is done. We see your screen Steam Manager. Oh, thanks. I mean, that's fine. There was nothing, there was no private information there, but I didn't mean to show that. All I have is the raid armor in medium, and I want it for my heavy class. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've got medium, heavy, and light, but they're a mixture. I've got, a mixture of raid pieces and PvP pieces and one obsidian piece. Yeah, I think I got most of my armor from PvP. Is Quickness Untamed difficult? It's not that bad. It's, tell you what, hold on. I can give you a Cliff's Notes version super fast. Give me a sec. Let me get to a dummy. If they tell us about the new stuff, no one would care about the current stuff that's coming out in a week. Or probably get news like 6 weeks after the patch. I just finished last heavy armor set, second night obsidian, medium heavy set, and World v World for fight. For light, so glad to be able to swap around all class easily now. Yeah, it's a huge breath of fresh air once you finish it. As someone who doesn't play Ranger, Untamed feels like Herald for Monk. It's not that bad. Herald, you have to learn an energy system. Ranger, you don't. Okay. I'm just gonna put Alacrity on me here. Alright, so here's a Golem, and I'll put Condes on it. Alright, so here's the idea. Okay, how does Untamed work? So you've got this button right here, alright? This moves the green stuff between you and your pet. It changes your bar slightly. In my mind, I think of it like a weapon swap. Like, my pet has a weapon bar, I have 2 weapon bars, and I can swap between them. And then there's this additional weapon that me and my pet can toss back and forth. I could be like, here you go, and then he uses it, and then he goes, here you go, and then I use it. That's how Unleash works. It's an additional weapon that you can toss back and forth between you and your pet. So here is the pet's normal attacks, and if I unleash him, they change. Honestly, in PvE, you just hit all those buttons at the same time. One of those buttons is he teleports in and does a bite. The second button is he does an explosion of damage around him, which corrupts boons. And the third button does damage around him and blocks projectiles. That's it. But often, you'll just go, and you just throw all of them at the same time. So just like, whatever. Alright, so that's that. The next thing you need to know is when you move the Unleash from your pet to you, the next time you hit your 1 button, it's an ambush. Okay? And so if I'm like, here's just me autoing, and I move the Unleash, ambush, which is that spin on a hammer, and it gives quickness. Now with this build, when you weapon swap, you also ambush. So if I ambush, there will be a big flashy sword move, and that also gives quickness. So the rotation is basically this. Every 10 seconds, you move the Unleash to you, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. And then hit other buttons in between that. Okay, so I'll go, here's 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Unleash Pet, just smash those keys. Unleash Self, ambush, weapon swap, ambush. That's it. There's a little rhythm to it, but it's just every 10 seconds you Unleash Self, ambush, weapon swap, use my other ambush, and then just go back to smashing any keys that are lit up. That's it. So there's that little sequence of buttons you do every 10 seconds. You memorize that, and then just hit other keys when they light up, and that's like 90% of it. It's not bad. Is he recording a video right now? No, I'm talking to a person in chat. Ranger has like 50 pets. All of them have 3 skills. You have like 10 weapon skills, and Untamed has like 6 more buttons. You have 3 more in your pet. So the thing is though, look, all of these are on autocast. You do not have to learn these. These are all on autocast. And then in PvE, anytime you unleash the pet, you just smash all 3 of those at the same time. You don't really have to learn those. You could remember that the F3 is the projectile block, because sometimes that's useful to save for a situation. Like if I'm fighting Dagda, I will save the projectile block for when she starts shooting bullets everywhere. That's a PvE build? Yeah, that's quick DPS Untamed. I feel like I should be quiet while being at home so I won't interrupt recording. Lol. So that build, if you play it perfectly, does about 27,000 damage per second while keeping quickness up on its whole party. And my game exploded. Nice. Okay, I'm trying to log back in. Would be good if you could set the Unleash Pet skills on autocast too. I agree. Because in PvE, I would have the F1 and F2 on auto all the time. But you cannot do that. Mug, is Obsidian Legendary Armor easier to get compared to the raid ones of PvP ones? It's easier in the aspect of you could do it yourself. It's not easier in the aspect of, like, anything else. Like, it will take much longer. Like, it takes longer to get obsidian armor than PvP or raid armor. In terms of time, where's my notes? Hold on. Alright. Leggy armor. Alright. Time is probably... Raid is the fastest. Then probably PvP. Obsidian. World v World. I would guess it's like that. But then for effort, it's like the opposite. Like, raiding... Although, I mean, honestly, if you get a raid group, that's the hard part. They can meet once a week for an evening and clear the raids. And then that's it. You just do that enough weeks. PvP, gotta play a ton of games. If you are winning, it takes less time. If you are losing, you can still finish it, but it takes much longer. Obsidian can be done alone, but takes a huge amount of time. World v World can do alone or in big groups. Takes huge amount of time due to weekly cap of tickets. And hitting that weekly cap takes like 10 to 20 hours or something. And it's very back heavy too. It's not like, oh, I could only World v World for 10 hours this week, so I only got half the tickets. No, it's like the last 5 hours give you most of the tickets, so it's pretty brutal. I made it sold 2 leggies to pay for everything I could buy with gold for obsidian. Yeah, so it's about like that. And you can mix and match too. Like, I got a few pieces from raid and a bunch of pieces from PvP, because like I would raid, you know, one night a week at that time period, and then PvP outside of that. You get more World v World nowadays from the through the weeklies, yeah. But like World v World, for example, is the only way to get a second legendary ring. So if you want to get legendary rings as well, I would recommend the first thing you do with World v World tickets is get Conflux. You can get 2 Leggy rings in World v World, or you can get 1 Leggy ring in World v World and 1 from raiding, but you cannot get both from raiding. So if you want Leggy rings, I would put your tickets toward Conflux first.
But we need a few
PvP just AFK through ranks. Don't know if that's gonna work. Hey Banshee, did I miss the news? Yes. Yes, you did. We can go ahead and cut it out and get it ready for the YouTube side, though. Let's see, highlight this post. YouTube video in case it's worthy enough to go on YouTube. I don't know if it is. Alright, hang on. Alright, hello gamers, Mukluk here, and
Good enough. Okay.
Thoughts, concerns, leave them down in the comment section, and I will fight you there. There we go. Easy. Alright, so let's see, GW2 news, 5/14/24, and publish. Alright, that's the easy part, chat. It's just, I'm having flashbacks the last time y'all helped me. Should we make the thumbnail live on stream again? It was kind of fun the last few times, but you guys definitely add an element of chaos to it. Is endgame possible using a controller? If it is, please make a video of it so I can watch, because I've never heard of people doing that, and I'm curious how you would do that. Although I do know of people that play Guild Wars 2 on Steam Deck. Chat makes the best thumbnails, look at how many clicks they get. True. True. Use the gold you make to buy unstable Kryptos motivations. Put Dennis's face on the Midnight King. Oh my gosh. Hang on, I'm opening GIMP. Alright. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Add stilts to the Midnight King. Yeah, let me show you guys something I did yesterday. Hang on a sec. Alright, this is on our Discord. I'm looking for it. I'm really proud of how mad I made Artorias yesterday, and I just kept using GIMP to mess with him. Alright, this is it. So, someone was like messing with Artorias, and then he said this sentence, you guys really, he edited it. It said, you guys really underestimate when and how I rage, Lamau. And then I took this picture from the internet, and I put his quote over it. And, yo, he got so mad. Like, look at this. I sound like an anime villain because of my stupidity. I'm gonna say overestimate. Ah, I'm so effing stupid. And I just kept doing it. Every time he would say something edgy, I just kept putting it over that picture, and he kept getting more and more mad. By the way, that picture, if I googled, what is it, Fedora? Was it Fedora Katana Cringe? And I found that guy. Alright. Oh, yeah, here's a sneak peek to the upcoming video, by the way. Yeah, I was trying to think of a meme for, Scourge, and honestly, only one dude came to mind. That's it. Only one fella came to mind. Alright, hang on a sec. I gotta turn off these layers. Let's do this, let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Hide the boons. And hide the class icons. Okay. Alright. I want to string us up with barbed wire. Yeah. Okay. We need some artwork for this thing. We could use the Spooky Mansion. But that is really dark. That's not going to show up on YouTube very well. Probably why they didn't use that as a thumbnail. We could use the thumbnail for the original thing. No, not screenshot. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Download YouTube thumbnail. One sec. Put in the link. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what it looks like. There's Patha right there. Couldn't even see her before. Could use this as the background. Or, where's a good scene from the video? Where was that scene of the Midnight King? Alright, let's turn off closed captioning. Trying to get the frame where his mouth's open. He's like, ah. Open wide for the nuggies, Midnight King. Alright, let's try screenshotting that. And let's see. Why is it not working? No, what's happening? I have... Is it not working? Hold on a sec. I have a plugin. Well, okay. This is dumb. Let's refresh the page. Let's see, that was at the 44-second mark. Now I gotta get it just right again. There. Okay, it's working now. Alright. It did the thing. Alright, drag that over to GIMP. And then we got this guy. Oh, that didn't work. What the heck? Oh, it's because there's a selection already for some reason. Okay. Now drag it over. There we go. Okay, so now we got this image. So this is an option. We could use this spooky boy for the background. So options for background. There's that guy. There's the spooky tower thing. I think this one's too dark. And then there's this. I'm thinking just keeping this guy. Here comes the airship. We could have a tiny airship flying into his mouth. Alright. What's our clickbait title? PvP's getting balanced? No, I can't say that with a straight face. Let's see. Studio update. Guild Wars 2, spring and summer 2024. Alright, hang on. First we gotta get the title on there. Alright, so this is just a text layer. Let's get rid of the background there. Wait, cancel. Cancel. Alright. Bah. Okay. Studio... Oh god, the font. What the heck? Studio... Bro, what in the hell is going on? Oh, it's because they're different font sizes. That's why it's going all stupid. Studio update. GW2. GW2 in spring. Sprint? Spring, summer 2024. Okay. Now the question is, where do we want this text? Bottom left corner is always an option. Trying to shape it in a way that it's not blocking his beautiful visage. iStudio. Yeah, I left the first letter there so it would copy the font size and the font and stuff like that, and then I just deleted the letter after. Hey Mike, day 41 of coming to your streams. The PvP title would earn you a parking spot in hell. The PvP title? The PvP title. Oh, buddy, just watched trailer. Cannot wait for the 21st. Dennis needs to be in the eyes. Do I still have Wizard Dennis? Felt a layer? God, there's a lot of weird stuff here. All these layers. There's Josh. Oh, wait, Wizard Dennis. Where's this? There he is. Hey, there he is. All right, hold on a sec. Let's duplicate layer. Ah. You guys have weird ideas. Why are we doing this? He's not even recognizable. You know what? Fine. Whatever. There you go. He now has a Dennis in his eye. And no one will ever notice that. You're the one going along with it? Yeah. Because, content. Yeah, just throw Josh Strife Hayes on there. That's fine. Let's see. Okay. This thing. And... Wait, what is good? What? Okay, hold on a sec. Remake that layer. Alright. Select... Grow... Actually, no. I just realized we got yellow-orange right now. Go here. Pick some random words to emphasize. Make them pop. There we go. Okay. And then select these. Select grow by 10 pixels. Add a background to that. Make it Gauss. Alright. There's that. Alright, what? Alright. I think we've got the essentials on here. Now we can add more crazy stuff. Future internet archaeologists are going to find that Dennis will be confused the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. Josh Strife Hayes is the challenge mode. Can you give E-Park a wizard hat? Do I have a wizard hat layer? That's dancing. I don't know if I have a wizard hat layer. I can give him googly eyes. I got that ready to go. I don't remember when I made these. Wait, I do remember when I made these. It was for a Warhammer game. I got these locked and loaded. What else is in here? Let's see, the minions, pictures of me, boon icons, condition icons, class icons. My guy's screaming, gems, Soto logo, giveaway. Now it looks like a gremlin. Heartbeat monitor. Me exacerbated. Lord Heisen's version of me. Every one of these layers I used for something at some point. That actually fits perfectly with the eyes. All right. Anything else? Googly eyes make it perfection. Excellent. Dennis needs to be in the googly eyes. Oh, give the Midnight King a crown from Burger King. Oh, God. Burger King crown PNG. That is not a PNG. Curse you, internet! That is not a PNG. I've been had. All right, hold on. I have a method for this. There we go. All right, he's got a Burger King crown. You weirdos. Anything else? E-Park is why you gotta go to the free clinic. Your moaning face peeking out of it from the right corner should be funny. My moaning face. Oh my god. Some people believe a PNG is any file with a checkered background. Yeah. Muck, is the fame, say, Wolf Yeti, the Blind Dwarf Rudenberg, make his glorious redemption tomorrow? Yes. You screaming flipped in the bottom corner. Me screaming? This one? Guys, look at me! I'm so curvy! There you go. Great. I knew I wanted burgers after watching the trailer. Alright, hold on. Is it done making the video? Yeah, it is. Okay. Download video. Alright, gotta get that started. Mug is still in chat, help with thumbnails. Yeah, look at what they've done so far. They've given the Midnight King googly eyes and a crown. Hey chat, look, it's Guild MM. Mirror was the better term. Sync dancing chars are still in LA dancing. Dennis should go in his mouth. Oh my gosh, no. Hold on, where's the one that we already shrunk down? Wait, what? Oh, there he is. He's right there. He's right there. There we go. No one will ever see that. He needs a mustache. No, I don't think the Midnight King would look good with a mustache. I'm gonna veto the mustache. I still think he needs a flat white espresso or a chai latte in his hand. His hand isn't in the picture. Add the party potato. Oh god, is that, I don't, do I have a layer for party potato? I don't know if I got a layer for that one. People unsubbing after this thumbnail. You know what? For science, because you said that, Let's find the last thumbnail that chat helped me make and see how many subs I got that day. I think it was the candy corn stonks video. Yeah, it was. I got 27 YouTube subscribers from that video. What else was there? Oh, this one where we put, let's see, 13 from this one, not as much from this one. But it's positive. I wasn't bleeding subs. We didn't lose the subs. Horatio, thank you for the prime. A parrot on his shoulder. Parrot PNG. Copy image. Why? Why? Why a parrot? Oh my god. There you go. Alright. How about chip on his shoulder? Gosh. There's a new chip emote. Some of y'all that you haven't been here in a few days, we got a new chip emote. Add a Subway sandwich to the thumbnail to signify the subs that you will gain from this glorious thumbnail. Oh my god. Alright. Okay. Let's export this. Guild Wars 2 news 5/14/24. Hang on. Let me visit the king over here. Give me a sec. Okay. Okay. Use that. Pat, 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 Get bothered. Get bothered. Look, I'm doing the emote. The best stream technician, yes. Alright. He's loafing really hard. Yep. Professional loafer. Ciao, Muck. Bye, Sonny! Alright. So we finished with that. Have we downloaded the video yet? Let's go to my downloaded files. Yes, we have. Alright, so now we go over to YouTube Studio. And turn off dark mode, can't see anything. Create, upload video. Let's see, new downloads, and drop this in there. And I'll just copy another news video and then we'll edit it. Come on. You're so slow, YouTube. See that one? Alright. And then let's see. Studio update. Guild Wars 2 in sprint. I did it again. Summer 2024. May 14. Now, as always, we intentionally add a small, meaningless mistake because people will try to correct it and tell me how I made a mistake, and it will add engagement to the video. May 14th, Guild Wars 2 news. Alright, related links. We're going to copy the blog post link and put that right there. Gotta go fast? Yes. Alright, thumbnail. And there we go. Alright. That's all done. Do you want money? Yes, I want money. I need it for cat food. I'm proud of this thumbnail. You're proud of it? Okay. It's still processing the video. Alright, so now I gotta wait on that. Cool. Alright. Now it's in YouTube's hands. I just gotta wait on that thing to finish. More chip. More chip? We just... It's like, what the heck? We just did this. We just did this. These are his favorite spots. Kind of like under the chin, off to the side. See that? And he tilts his head the other way. Those are his favorite spots. Okay. If you lived in the UK, would you name your cat Crisp? If I lived in the UK, I would have healthcare. When playing Scourge, how do you deal with the annoying shade spam? I don't play it for more than like an hour at a time because it hurts my hand. But it's very powerful during that hour. Such a cutie pie. Thank you. Let's see. Cause says, Muck, I do need a lot of obsidian shards in 2 ways. Buy with raw karma, like 525k per stack, or buy farm hot currencies speeded up. How can I farm hot currencies? I don't know. Okay, there's a ton of ways to get obsidian shards. The last time I needed obsidian shards in a pinch, I think I went to Siren's Landing in Living World Season 3 and bought a whole bunch. I don't know how you're buying them. If your question is just how to get hot currencies, you do hot metas. That's it. Like you just do hot meta events, and that's how you get the currencies. I'm not sure. I hope that helps. I'm not sure how you're farming obsidian right now. Here's the UK experience for you in a nutshell, guy with a knife. I thought about making a joke about that, but you know, I'm glad you opened the door. Is it too late to buy Soto, or should I wait for the next expansion? No, it's not too late, Inaro. You can absolutely do it. Plus, each expansion usually adds some nice quality of life features with the characters. Like, Soto added Weapon Master training. That's like, in the past, if you play Ranger, for example, and you become a Druid, you can use a staff. But if you become a Soul Beast, you can use daggers. But if you have Soto with Weapon Master training, on your Soul Beast, you can use the Druid staff. And on the Druid, you can use the Soul Beast daggers. Basically, your weapons are not locked to a specialization anymore. So, even going forward, it will be good to have this. You can get a ton of obsidian for line converter. Go to Straits of Desolation and do the Saving Temple of Balthazar thing. That's also an option. Let's see. Let's take a look at convergences. After reading about convergences, I kind of want to do one. I'm kind of in a converging mood. Out of karma, spent 5 million already. Too many gifts of explorations. Oh boy. Yeah, a while back, I was like, I could make equip, but then I have to do world map exploration or just buy it. And then I just bought it. I was like, I don't want to do map exploration again. Alright. Would anyone be interested in doing a convergence? I'll pay to open the door. I'm on EU. As long as I get a decent number of people, I can absolutely guarantee success. We could get you some materials for obsidian armor and some gold. With a chance of a pile of gold. Last time I got 20 extra gold from doing this, but that was pretty lucky, as I got a Supreme Rune of Holding from it. But there's the squad join command in the chat if anyone wants to join, and we'll see how the response is. Fancy drop? Yes, the Boost Goose drop. Fancy pants. How do you buy map exploration? Basically, you find someone... Okay, you gotta find someone you trust to do this. All right, let's say you want to make a legendary, right? And you've got person A, you, has all materials for a legendary other than map exploration. Person B, them, has gift of exploration and spirit shards. A gives B all of their stuff. B combines it all into legendary, trades it back to A. A pays B. That's it. That's how you do it. So you can do it, but in the end, A is paying B for their gift of exploration and the spirit shards, but there is some trust involved, or you find people that have a reputation for doing it trust, without messing with people. Should we stop playing Guild Wars 2 because they will release Guild Wars 3 this year? No. You should go play Guild Wars 1. You need to play both the games before you can play the third game. They will check your account. I will quit. I've quit anything Rift Convergence States was official all 3 cities. That's no new news on T2 yet. That's fine. I'm just doing. I mean, I'm not making any more Obsidian. I'm just doing this for fun. All right. If you provide alacrity, please move into new groups. Is Guild Wars 3 really releasing this year? No. I like how 4 people moved into group 2. I will drag you guys. I got it. All right. Oops, all scourges. All right, I'll join this one. All right. If you provide quickness, please join one of these solo alac people. Alright. DPS, fill in the rest up to max 5 per group. I'm not sure to join you or not. You're welcome to do so if you wish, Lady Kara. I am on EU right now. This is a healthcare convergence. Muck, how would you feel if they added an item for veteran players that could buy after the first Wii to get an item which and give progress for a heart like a tome? Do you mean like when you go into like World v World and you buy hero points? Is that what you mean? Morning Muck, how are you? I got an advertisement the other day for MuklukYoutube shoes. Get you some. Thank you for supporting my brand. Everybody get in here. When are we getting Mukluks? Working on it. How do you move to another group? I gotcha. Do you have an EU-based guild? Yes. It's called Mukluk Labs, now with healthcare. Very easy to identify. Alright. Group 2? No, hold on. Group 3, handle trebuchets. Group 4 plus 5, go to bottom left after the split. Group 6 plus 7, go to bottom right after the split. Other groups, keep Zoja safe, kill spites in middle. There we go. That should be enough. I'm firing my laser. Muck really loves healthcare jokes. You know what else I love? calling 911 and going bankrupt for 3 generations. It's fantastic. Mug, how would you feel if they added, hold on, where's Oakley Shoes? Gets a trench foot. Like a tome that works on hearts to say like you're in the reach of one. I don't think that's necessary. Like, hearts don't really block gameplay in any way. Kind of like how hero points do. Like, if you're like, oh man, I want to try Tempest, you can use hearts to get the hero, or you can use hero points to unlock Tempest. So I think it's okay that there's a way to kind of fast forward getting hero points. I don't really think there's any point to fast forwarding hearts. It would just be skipping playing the game. So, not like firmly against, but I guess I'm against that. But if they decided to do that, I'd just kind of shrug.
Portaled in as soon as we lost track of your astral fluctuation. I'll need to focus on maintaining our tether to Tyria. The nearest waypoint
WE is world exploration. Gotcha.
will be a challenge. Luckily, Laban taught me a few tricks.
Have you tried V Rising yet? I have done 2 full playthroughs of V Rising during its early access stuff. I might do another one now that it's fully released. I actually just played Homeworld 3 the other day. I did a sponsored stream for them, and I had fun, and so I finished it. Well, I finished the campaign. There's campaign, there's multiplayer battles, there's skirmishes, stuff like that. But I really enjoyed that. I think tonight, after I do the weekly giveaway for Guild Wars 2, I will... hang on a sec. Okay. I will boot Homeworld 3 back up, because I want to do one of my review videos for that game, but I need to try out the game modes that I did not play. So I need to boot the game up and try like 1 multiplayer, 1 skirmish, stuff like that. But that'll just be a one-night thing. There is 3 slots left if anybody else wants to join a mooch. The first trebuchet is spawned. If we can please get, I believe it was group 3 is supposed to be handling that. I see a few dots down there. If there's anyone in your group that's not showing up to the trebuchets, use party chat to try to get their attention. Yeah, V Rising was fun. I was just hesitant to do a 3rd playthrough because I was like, you know, that's a lot. But then Noxxi told me a lot of really good things about it, and so she's like, yeah, it feels a lot better playing it this time. They've cleaned up a lot. It's not just like replaying the same exact thing. And I was like, oh, okay. Because like rebuilding my whole base and stuff from scratch was kind of a daunting thought. No! Stop moving out of my AoEs. Alright, bottom right demon is dead. 2 to go. Big numbers. All right, it's time to split up. So I believe it was group 4 and 5, bottom left, 6 and 7, bottom right. Everyone else guard the middle. And group 3 is still handling buckets if you see any spawn. What's your go-to open world build if you're out and about in the open world? If I'm near a blob of people, I like to go support and heal them and buff them. Like Druid or something. If I'm on my own, something like what I'm doing right now. Hammer Untamed, Quick Untamed or Quick Scrapper are a lot of fun. Why do you prefer Untamed to Soul Beast? In PvE, if you are in a group of people, Soul Beast is basically stay merged with your pet like 90% of the time. So it's like the defining feature of a ranger, I feel, is that they have a pet. And Soul Beast is like, hey, what if we got rid of that? And then we just pretended we're a green warrior. I don't like that. Now, I feel in PvP, I feel like is Soul Beast being played the way they envisioned it. You're constantly merging and unmerging with the pet, doing various combos and stuff like that. I feel like that's how they envisioned Soul Beast when they made it. However, in PvE, you just merge and forget about it. And I find it very boring. It's like I'm just pretending to be a warrior. So Untamed, you at least are actively using the pet the whole time. So it's like, you know, I'm using the pet, I'm checking its positioning, I'm using its abilities, you know, stuff like that. I actually feel like I'm playing Ranger Steel when I play this. Should Group 1 split up? No, it's fine. They're just stay near middle. You merge and unmerge every time you go downstate as full Zerker. No, in a raid, strike, or fractal, the only time you unmerge is if you don't have enough CC and you unmerge to do one more CC from your pet. That's it. Otherwise, you could play for like 3 hours and be merged the entire time. I wish Untamed didn't have the slimy green effects. Same, but they're worse with the staff ambush, so if you're not playing heal Untamed, then it's not as bad. The staff ambush is the worst culprit of that. Whisper of Jormag forces an unmerge. Oh dang, you're down to 99% merge time. Bottom right group, if you could please go to top right. And bottom left group, when you finish, please go to top left. What's a weapon you would like to see for any profession? Focus. They have not added focus to any class since the game was launched. In no expansion has anyone ever gotten focus added to what they've got. So the only focus classes are the ones that had it at launch, which are the 3 light armors and Guardian. You might say they've lost focus. Where should get focused is Knuckles. Books, do you read? Just slamming the other guy with books. Hey Chad, Milk, hope you have a nice day. Hey Nathan, it's good so far. Alright, let's catch up with some of this stuff. Seth wants me to do this. So we'll do this for a bit. They should give warriors melee offhand scepter. I mean, if Revenants turn scepter into a greatsword, why not? Thistle says, I've never had a need for focus, scepter, mace, horn, and barely torch. Thistle, no one knows what class you play. That sentence on its own is nothing. I recently read that Torch on Ranger is useless. Is that true? It is extremely rarely used. Torch 4 just does damage. Torch 5 does damage, but makes a fire field. And they're both condition-based, because it's burning damage. So, typically, Torch is used, if it is going to be used at all, by a purely Condi Ranger build. And it's not that good in PvP, because targets move around a lot. In Torch 5, they have to stand in it. So a purely Condi Ranger build in a PvE scenario. And it has competition. Short bow is Condi and uses both hands. Offhand dagger is Condi for the other hand. And so it's just... It has a lot of competition and it's just kind of mediocre. Also Condi Druid. Well, I said Condi Ranger, so I was kind of being all-encompassing there. But yeah, compared to, like, you know, most weapons, like, it does see a very limited amount of use. I want Warrior Spear and NG Spear Gun. Both of those exist if you go underwater. I don't want new weapons, I want NG turrets unnerfed. They killed them so long ago. Yeah, like 8 years ago. Clearly you just need vanilla servers. Like, wow. I don't know. I know if there was Guild Wars 2 vanilla servers, I would definitely play on them some. I don't know if I'd play on them more than retail though. Because like, I have a lot of fun memories of like, you know, the specifically the underwater PvP map. To be specific, it was partially underwater, and then they changed it. I miss it. I would love to go back and do the Capricorn map, the original one, and do more PvP matches on that map. Throw my shark at people. But I definitely, I would play it a limited amount of time. Wasn't there some events that only happen once and if you miss them, unlucky you? Not that I ever recall. Like, I guess the Living World Season 1 launch was kind of like that, but then they re-added it years later. The only PvP I was good at, underwater PvP. They didn't add all of Living World to Season 1 like South Sun Cove. Yeah, the backstory for, not Traherne. Crap, the other salad. They never completed, yeah, Canuck. They never completed, I started to say Carlock, I was thinking of Baldur's Gate 3. They never finished his backstory in-game. Nice! We got everybody's favorite. It's a good thing this dragon capable of flight stays on the ground so we can hit it. It's really kind of it, honestly. It looks like top left corner. Hear me out, when are we gonna get Guild Wars 1 remastered in the Guild Wars 2 engine? Never? Guild Wars 1 played very differently. Dang it, Sorrow, stop knocking me around. I'm trying to top DPS. So mean. He's invulnerable. Guild Wars 2 had some, Guild Wars 1 had unique classes I'd love to see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I had a Ritualist character as one of my alts. I loved playing it. Absolutely miss that. Oh my gosh, I can't move. How's Zoja's health? 70%? It's okay. Oh wow, this guy went downstate, and I threw Spirit. I tried throwing Spirit of Nature, and then the dragon did like the wing beat and just like threw him across the room. And he's like, "No, you're not getting that right." Just knocked him out of it. GG. Nice, nice, nice. Well done all, thank you. Easy money. Oh, 2 people got Ascended stuff, nice. Might go over the news yet? I did, Banana, I did. We've actually already made a video. Chat helped me make a thumbnail, and it's uploading to YouTube right now, and it is something. They put a Burger King hat on him. All right, let's see if the link works now. Mukluk here, and we are releasing teasers. Make sure the ending works. You'll be able to do so. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. Chat helped make the thumbnail. Post. There we go. Big news. Such huge news. Just raging news. Let's see. Okay. And boop. There we go. Alright, the video's public. There we go. If anyone missed it, there it is. Kanaka, really so dull? Here's something interesting. Would you like to know how long a severed head remains conscious? Wait, what? What build are you playing? That was Quick DPS Untamed. And I was pretty decent at it. See, I would like to do some science. I'm gonna go back to the aerodrome and try something out. I'm wondering how much of a DPS difference going from Sword Axe to Mace Mace would be. Because Mace Mace provides a lot of just random healing, which would be sustain. And if it's like a very, very, very minor DPS loss, I might be game for it. Why don't you raid POF anymore? I almost exclusively pug. I do not have a static group. Pugs are often not that good. Sometimes they are, but on average, I don't trust them with challenge mode stuff, and I don't trust them with Path of Fire raids. Heart of Thorns raids are usually okay. Alright, first I need something to test against. Okay.
Hi there. Use the console to begin combat testing. If you have any inquiries, come speak to me.
Gotta get that KP requirements going. I would rather play other games. No, I am not messing with KP. I have, in the last month, gotten to enjoy Let's see. The Last Spells new DLC, Homeworld 3, Pathfinder Kingmaker, Hades 2 Early Access, Fallout New Vegas, Vermintide 2 with the boys, Undead Inc., Riftbreaker vs. Chat, Detroit Become Human, Death Must Die, Horizon Forbidden West DLC, No Rest for the Wicked's Early Access, Evil Genius 2, Manor Lords Early Access, played some PvP in Guild Wars 2, Helldivers, Faster Than Light, and Horizon Forbidden West. That's the last month. Yeah, you know, KP? No, man. I got other more memorable things to do than KP. What choice would you recommend from Convergence Heroes Choice Chest if one is going for Obsidian Armor? Where is that thing? Usually when I was working on it, I was getting greed. I found myself always having tons of triumph or despair for some reason, and I ended up getting greed a lot. But, I don't know, I felt like I never needed this. Like, it was always these two. Okay. Alright, we need a baseline here. So, science time. And I need Boon Table to make sure I keep quickness up. Okay. Alright, we're sitting around 27k DPS, 93% quick uptime. It slipped a little at the beginning, but then it never fell off after that. Alright, so... let me write that down, hang on. Let's see. Okay. So now, what I'd like to do is go here, equip Zemut, and that one's just Selly, but that's close enough. All right, Burrs, and then we're using Force and Impact right now. Force and Impact. The bow is workable. Yeah, I did a test with a longbow and I went down to like 22k DPS, which is like a 5k loss. So it did not seem worth it. Alright. Let's respawn it. And axe. Hang on. These are my tests with the various weapons the last time I did this. Now, I've gotten a little better since then, but yeah. Let me put these in order. All right, last time I did this, it was like that. Okay. It's really close. We're 2625k. We're 500 DPS less. But we're doing more healing output around us right now. I don't know exactly how much, but we are. Might be worth. Is the, hang on, remove. Because Sword Axe doesn't really offer any utility besides a pull. The maces allow you to help your group keep vigor up, keep regen up, although it's a weak regen. For those that don't know, regen, if 2 people give you regen, the one with the stronger healing power will override the first one. So this one in group play is not going to do much. You help keep protection on your group. You occasionally throw a barrier on yourself. You're pulsing out some random heals from the flourish. Kind of doubt it. Let me try something here. Adjust environment. Mild. Let's just see what happens. I mean, I'm certainly able to sit through mild, no problem. We're life stealing through this. Why did my damage go up? Okay. Huh. Is this DPS? No, this is, I'm providing 100% quickness. This is a build that gives its group quickness, and then I'm trying to get as most DPS out of it as possible. But then I just realized that by changing from sword axe to maces, I lose less than 500 DPS, but I put out a lot of sustain, and I'm kind of curious how far I can take this. Moderately threatening. Okay, it's definitely a little scary when we are in the hammer mode. But I'm not supposed to be able to heal through this, but we are. And also, when you do an ambush, you lifesteal a bunch of health, so that's nice too. I could use my heal right now. I'm trying to see if I can avoid it. This is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, wow. So 100% quickness uptime, almost 20, well, I was running out, but 26 to 27k DPS, and you're doing enough self-sustain that you can survive a medium agony field for a long time. That's pretty crazy. This is this is almost like a solo open world build. It's pretty solid. Yeah, I might keep this. And so this is, in addition to quickness now, this is helping keep vigor, some regen, and protection on the party, and throws out some splash healing. Are you on EU? Yeah. Yeah, I'm on EU right now. I might keep this for a bit. Quick DPS heal all in one. It does more healing on itself than it does on its party, because every time you ambush, it does, if you look at the blue numbers that are to my right now, every time you ambush, those big heals hit you, but they don't hit the party. But then some of the mace hits do some healing on the party, and we're not running any healing power with this build, so they're moderate, but they are there. Are you guys gonna raid? I don't know if I have enough time left to raid. I could probably do some strikes or something. Could test the waters on that. One less person for the healer on the party to worry about. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I love the DPS Scourge. Is just like, while they're doing their job, they're throwing random condition cleanses and barriers on the party. Like, it makes it so comfy. Is this the nature magic variant? I think it is. Hang on. Yep. Yep, it was. Is there a gear that has healing power and power fury stat? The thing with power builds is they need three things. They need power, precision, and ferocity. And you need all three of those high to be doing decent damage. Like, could you make a build that sacrifices more damage for healing? Yes, you could, but then you would need to reshape the group around that. Like if you bring a Plague Doctor Necro or something. Are you Zerker plus Fireworks runes? Yes. Currently Relic of the Thief. Did you settle on Nature Magic? Yeah, I tried, because Guild Gen has another version that runs Marksman here, and I might just not be good enough to make it work. I kept, when I tried it with Marksman, I kept having quickness fall off, and I wasn't doing a good job of keeping it on my group. So I went back to this one. The Marksman one seems like it's more damage, but you have to be able to play better. Okay. Would anyone be interested in doing daily strike missions, starting with newest and then going backwards? If so, there's the squad command. I'd like to play Quick Untamed, but I'll go Alac Druid if I have to. Or take more concentration, yeah. Well, at that point, though, it offsets the damage gain that you get. Like, if you gain more damage, but then you swap out a bunch of gear for concentration, then you lose that damage. Or at least some of it. Look how he's holding those. Oh, there he goes. He just realized what he was doing. He was holding the one-hand mazes like a hammer. This is now the bonk build. Every weapon is bonk. Let's see. I'll put myself into a different group here. I can change to a lock heal. Newman, that would be lovely. Thank you. I'll put you with me. All right, and Eonwi. Wait, scratch that. Saga says quick DPS is their only build, so I'll have Saga go quick DPS, and then Dusky can go Alac heal, and then if everyone else currently in group 1 can go pure DPS. And then I'll put them in groups in a moment. Just want to make sure people see where they are. Cosmic, okay. So like Cosmic, for example, I can save the stink cloud for every time she does the spin and makes bullets everywhere. And it's great because you don't even have to aim it, because the pet is constantly chasing her, and it will guaranteed put the cloud on her. Le Banque, yeah. The tantrum build. Okay. Let's put people in the groups. Waiting on the Elementalist to get here. Does F1, 2, 3 skills matter on different pets, or is it the same? If you mean... Okay, so these F1 through F3 are based on this specific pet. When you unleash the pet, the F1 through F3 is always the same. Try using Herald Relic? Yeah, I did try that with Marksman. I don't need Herald Relic right now, but I did try with Marksman. Slash squad to view on the way? Question mark? Oh, he just loaded in. Okay. Maybe just a slower connection. There we go. Oh no! Pick those up! Whoever got the spear needs to kill the puddle. CC if you got it. Nice, nice.
Don't want to hurt things.
Haha. I had some range damage there, but not much. I was very limited on what I could do. Nice. I did right at 20k on that one, even with all the running around. Woo, 300 outgoing healing. Woo. 98% quickness up on my group though. Did the main job. Is the Storm Spirit just damage, or does it proc anything extra for this build? So it does a few things. Like one, it's 400 CC, so you can use it for break bars. It does 200, and then it does another 200 because Nature Magic makes it do its attack twice. And also because it does its attack twice, it does damage twice, so you can use it for damage. Also, it's a CC. So anything. I think you have a few things where you hit harder against someone who's CC'd. What am I thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking of Impact? Sigil of Impact does more damage to stunned or knocked down foes. I'm not sure if the daze counts as a stun for Impact or not. But at the very least, it does do the damage portion 2 times, and it does 200 CC 2 times. Like that. So even if I'm wrong about the Sigil of Impact, it does those things. Big Vuln stacks. Yeah, it does like 20 Vuln stacks, so it's a good opener. Because it'll do 10 and then 10 again, and then by then everybody else will have applied Vuln, so that when yours wear off, theirs kick in. What do we got? Daily strikes. Ooh, Old Lion's Court challenge. Spicy. Untamed is a spec I played very little of, but it looks interesting. It's pretty fun. I mean, if you like having, you don't have to micromanage the pet, but there is a little back and forth with it. So if you enjoy having some mechanics with your little companion, then it's nice. Like, it feels more like a pet class than Soul Beast does if you enjoy that type of gameplay. If you don't, then you might prefer Soul Beast. Disclaimer, I never did this. I tell you what. This is not required, but anyone in my group that wants it, I'm getting in the commander channel of my Discord. If you want to hear me, say instructions in real time, you can join that, and I'll do that. But if you don't need them, that's fine too. Where to join? Arborstone. The portal in Arborstone has a connection here. The best thing about Untamed is you don't break your fingers playing it. Good morning, jobbers. Is not gonna have an IEM on him at all times, but I suggest getting a pair of custom-made ear tip adapters. The price, but they are everyday comfort, isolation, sound quality. An IEM sand? What? What is IEM? Nice maracas. Thank you. I got them from Deimos. Currently, my favorite mace graphic. My earbuds. Oh, I'm really happy with these. Like, there was, so I like the over-the-top. I had a Corsair headset over the top of my head. I was really happy with that for a very long time. However, I started to get, like, migraines. Like, well, I shouldn't say started. I'm prone to getting migraines, a gift from my mother's side of the family. Usually, I just get them on occasion, and then it's just like I'm crippled for one day, and then I'm back to normal. But it was getting worse with the headset, you know, on my head. So I swapped to these for that. But if it wasn't for that, I still loved that headset. I have it right over there because I occasionally use it. But as a Corsair brand headset, I had it for a long time. I was very happy with it. But I swapped to these just so there was no more pressure on the side of my head from the thing. And these just hook over like this. And I'm very happy with them. I have no regrets on this purchase. They're on the exclamation mark PC page if anybody wants to see them. The exact like make and model. It was literally some company I had never heard of, and someone in chat was just like, "Oh, I use these," and I was like, "Okay, I'll buy that." And I just copied that, and it's been great. All right, running forward to do the ready check. Got to go play D&D. Thanks for being an awesome pillar. Thank you for being here, Birkin. Keeps me in business. I hope you enjoy your D&D. Amazon Link says those headphones have a built-in mic option. If they do, I have never used it. I'm using I've got a Bluetooth Yeti microphone over here to my left. Okay, first off, do not CC it. Let it finish the cast. If you CC it, the safe area will reverse with the unsafe area. You don't want to do that. Okay, go crazy. Just stay inside for this part. Okay, next one, we're gonna run over. We're gonna not CC it, and then as soon as it finishes the cast, then you can unload damage on it. Okay, it's going to pull you into a death thing. Back away. Same thing. Okay, stay close to this one. Just fight to stay close to this one. The farther away you are, the more damage you take. Okay, find green and interrupt green, and then a safe spot will open up in the room. Okay. For the couple of new folks on this one, my cheat for this place is I remember the word grab. G comes first, so the first one we interrupt is G. Then R is next, so the second one we interrupt when all three are out is red, and then B is the last letter. It's very elementary school thinking, but that works for me. Okay, move out of the circle. And now move back in. Do not accidentally CC the guy that's on top of us. Do not accidentally CC him or we're dead. We CC. Dodge out of that, dodge out of that. Yikes. Okay, it's fine. We recovered, we recovered. Alright, go to the next one. Oop. Alright, move away from him. Try not to CC blue, just pull green over here away from it. Alright, back away from green. Don't CC red. Just keep hitting this guy. Okay, R is the second letter. We're gonna interrupt red. And then find the safe zone. Don't let it squish you. Move to the safe area, and green is going to try to pull you in. Fight it. Get to the safe area. Don't interrupt these other two if you can help it. Fight to get close to blue. There's nasty puddles spawning underneath us. Get ready to dodge out. Alright, B, blue. Find blue and interrupt him. And a safe spot will appear somewhere. Tridus, thank you for the Prime sub, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome. Red is the only one attackable right now. Okay, green. I'm gonna AoE res, I got him. GG! Nice. I envied the Herald's quickness application on that fight. Like, anytime that we were waiting on them to be attackable, I had a choice to make. I could either whiff my attacks at nothing in the air to give a quickness to my party while there was nothing really happening at that moment, or save them for when the boss spawned, which made me look worse on Boon Table. Alright, Icebird Saga. Alright. IBS. Irritable Bowel Saga. This really is a power boss in normal mode, how the phases are short. Yeah, they are. Open mail. No! It says, can I join one after this? We currently have a full group. Anytime there's room in the group, I just throw the join request into chat, and it is first come, first serve, my friends. I recently bought a pair of custom in-ear monitors that will arrive in 2 months. 2 months? Are they, like, molded to your head? That's a long wait. Like, when I got a root canal and they had to make a custom mold of one of my teeth, like, I didn't have to wait but, like, 2 weeks. Can I ask, like, how well can you hear your surroundings with the earpieces? I can hear okay. Like, if I'm listening to something of decent volume, I can't hear what's around me. But I keep it at, like, low enough volume that if like my wife or my kid are yelling to get my attention, I can hear them. If you mean for like noise canceling, I don't know. Okay, so like if you live next to a train station, I probably wouldn't recommend these because you would hear the trains if that's what you mean. Alright, looks like all... Oh, wait. There's one missing. Muck, I love you too. And I love you, random citizen. Lawrence, once you zone in, use the teleport that's by us. I like to imagine when a ranger glides or rides him out, the pet clinging on for dear life. Okay. Nice. Much better. 99% quickness uptime. And 21k DPS. I've redeemed my old Lion's Court score. Look at these professionals. Oh, for old Lion's Court? Yeah. No, we did good. We did good. Like, considering that was a few people's first time. We had one point where they CC'd something I would have preferred they didn't, but we had enough time to react to it, so we didn't die. So, wasn't too bad. It's worse when they when the group accidentally CCs one of them at the last possible second, and then it's like, oh no, dead. And you have no time. Oh, we lost someone. Tell you what, we lost a lack heal in group 1. I'll just swap to heal druid, and like this is really easy, so we'll just go with this. All right. So if anyone in Twitch chat wants to be either an Alack heal or a quickness DPS, either one, you could join this group, and then I can fulfill the other role. Lift of the stars. GG. Is this the last strike? Nope, there's more. We just lost somebody, so. How did group 2 have quickness on that? I don't know. Somebody else must have swapped also. Because I swapped to Alacrity for that fight. But group 2 still had quickness somehow. What would you think of an elite for Ranger that instead of your pet merging with you, you merge with your pet becoming a werewolf and such? I mean, I think Soul Beast is the caffeine-free version of that idea. So I don't think they would commit to it any further than they have. I swapped to Herald last minute. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Alright, so in group 1, who is currently the quick DPS? Just to make sure that we have 1 and we don't have 0 or 2. You know, when I started playing the druid on that last attempt, I was like rusty for a moment because I've literally played like 20 different builds since the last time I played my druid. I was like, how do I do this again? Because that whole I Tried series. Old Lines Court is not a nice place to be as a quickness DPS. It's mixed. If you're Herald, it's really easy to keep quickness up on your party and during that. If you're most of the other things, it's a bit more challenging. But also, there's a lot of moments where you have to go at ranged, and in those moments, Harbinger is pretty good. But like Deadeye, needs to stay close, and Catalyst just is awful everywhere. There's quite a few that feel bad. I remember Willbender. I did not like. Well, Willbender's Alacrity, but I didn't like how that one felt up close. New person who joined said Alac heal. Okay, hold on. All right, Roger. All right, I'm untamed again. Hey, Michael Chad. Hi, Bluebell. Forget where to use it. Been too long since I use this. On Freynier, you don't really need stab. Unless the group stands in the red crescent, but they can just step left. You don't really need stab on Freynier. Waiting on the last two people for the ready check still. Tinkerer? Hello? They said be right back earlier. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. That's the part where you step left. If you're over here, you're not gonna get knocked around. GG! Nice. What's more fun, Soul Beast or Untamed? Well, fun is subjective. What's fun to me might not be fun to you. For me personally, in PvE, anything's more fun than Soul Beast. They merge with their pet, they forget they have a pet, and then they just play like a warrior. But we don't all like the same things. What did we just do? We just did Freyr. Whisper. How old are you, Muck? I'm 42, and I feel like the young gamers run circles around me. I tell people I'm 82. Every day I get in a big old vat of Vaseline and just moisturize. But I know how you feel. My kid is 11, and he is getting to the point, we play a game together quite often called Grounded, and Grounded is a game where it's kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in like a big yard, but it kind of plays kind of like Valheim for those who have never played it. Like you can chop down like grass and like build houses and craft and stuff like that. However, there are some very tough boss fights. I'm talking Souls level boss fights, where it's like, you know, you gotta parry 5 times in a second, stuff like that. And I have beaten them. He has farmed them. Like, it took him many, many tries to get his first kill, but now he's like killed them like dozens of times. And for me, it's still like quite challenging. And I'm just like, oh dang. Like, he's stepping up. Dang it, he interrupted my ambush. He did not want me to give the quickness. Watch out for the chains and the everything. Oh my gosh. He's glitched right now. He's doing the bullets and double sets of chains and also the red circles all at the same time. Ugh. Doing that fight as Untamed is definitely a little tricky, because the constant, like, knockups and stuff can interrupt my moves that give you guys quickness. So, you know, it lowers my damage just like anybody, but also it's kind of annoying for the boon up time. Mug, is there any class where you like the class fantasy, but the mechanical implementation wasn't for you, or vice versa? I kind of hate the class fantasy of Untamed. You're angry, now I'm angry, now you're angry, now I'm angry, now you're angry, now Mom said it's my turn to be angry. You're passing anger snot back and forth? The class fantasy of Untamed is stupid. The gameplay, I kind of enjoy. The class fantasy of Hollowsmith, they're making objects out of hard light, is kind of cool. I hate the gameplay of it. It's kind of like they looked at a Mesmer and they're like, I bet I could do that in the lab. And then they tried to make like a Mesmer out of science instead of out of magic. And then they made an overheat mechanic where they burn themselves. So I like the idea of a Hollowsmith. I hate the gameplay. Catalyst? I don't even understand the point of Catalyst. It's just like playing Ellie, but you have a button that throws a Pokemon. But the Pokemon dies after 2 seconds. So it's like you're a member of PETA. I don't really get it. Like, there's not even really any class fantasy there. Sidebar, I wish they would turn some of the new dog models into ranger pets since they bothered to make them for Mini Super Fool's Day. I like the class fantasy of Mesmer elite specs, but I hate the gameplay for all of them except Vert. The Kata orbs buff you, but you shouldn't use your heavy hitting attacks in the orb. Mm-hmm. Time to skin some bones. Oh, that was over quick. Well, okay then. Let's see. 99% quickness uptime, 26k DPS. Nice. Hello. Thank you. Oh my god, that is a lot of food.
Sorry.
Can I have the salt shaker?
I already salted it.
Oh, thank you. Can you turn the fan off on your way out so it doesn't get cold? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Chat, my wife has brought me gamer fuel. Are these nuggets? Hold on, are these nuggets or shrimp? I can't even tell. Or nuggets. My wife has brought me enough nuggets and tater tots for 3 of me. She's trying to make me fat. She's like, goodbye, skinny gamer husband. Hello, fat gamer husband. Okay. Well, with that, that is the last strike. I'm going to hop off the Discord. And thank you guys for the group. Appreciate it. And I once again have like 3,000 Eternal Ice. I need to go spend this. Got moats. There we go. Okay. It's all part of her evil plan. Her evil plan to fatten me up. Dude, there's even 2 different types of tater tots here. There's tater rounds, and there's tater tots. I have a theory that she found a bunch of bags in the freezer of various nugget and tot things. And she's like, oh, these are all almost empty. We need to use these up. And she put them all in the same plate. And this is it. Miss Mug is top-notch wife. Yes, she is. Alright. Leaving out of the group. Usually, my wife brings me a light lunch, and I just eat it while I'm streaming. But this is so much... I'm not sure what to do. I'm tickled pink that Pig is now the meta for a certain ranger build, not Boris or Scythe Pig, faster, Wilbur, kill. I'm guessing you play that build just for that reason. Let's see. How's the comments on this video that y'all made the thumbnail for? Chat, help me make the thumbnail. May Fortunerd in the title. Boom! See that, chat? He left a comment. And now the YouTube algorithm likes me a little bit more. This is the third time seeing someone writing Fortunerd. I'm glad Restructuring finally comes out this year, and in a month at that. Hang on. With how things have been going in terms of server pop and matchups, it was just getting to the point of frustration for the smaller servers, especially when guilds kept jumping ship. I know solo players are going to complain at... Oh my god, what is happening right now? Complain at needing to join a guild now to keep playing with various people, but this should have been done years ago instead of being put off for so long. Sure. 7033, remember that time we battled a dragon at Thunderhead Keep? That one that felt like a battle? We need more than that. Finally, a real season PvP update of hype. It's been years. I love action camera mode. I'm one of the 2 people. New Ranger Pet 2. I find it odd they don't include it in the blog at all. Just a tiny inclusion in the video graphic. Chilling fog no longer chills. Yeah. Just hoping for a preview of Obsidian Tier 2. Nope! Top tier thumbnail. Yep. I'm looking forward to the action cam reticle update. I can finally make it bigger and change the color to make it actually visible for me. Currently, I have to shoot out a fireball to see where it's pointed, move my mouse, and try again to repeat the process so I can hit my target. That sounds like someone I would absolutely love to raid with. Metaphor to nerd, yep. Now we know why Muck's messages are left on red when he sends them feedback. The dev responsible just quit. Yeah. It was Ben P. I don't like Soto as an expansion. I don't think the last patch will change that, so I'm looking forward to the expansions. Hopefully the next one will be better. I don't agree with that, but he's entitled to that opinion. Still hoping we can get multiple guild halls. I mean, you kind of can. No. Chilling fog no longer chills players, but heals allies. So instead of chilling enemies, you swap them out for grocery store mist sprayers. I disappear into the produce mist.
Hey, look, it's the tree of birds. How are you?
Chilling fog, what the fog? May 14 nerd. The trailer is probably longer than the story content. Oh gosh, I'm here early AF. I hope an unannounced improvement is the ability to permanently dismiss, hide the giant notifications and comms bubbles that plague Soto maps. What? I'm trying to level a Mesmer, but I feel like the level gaining slows way down outside of story missions or doing dungeons. Are there any tips to level faster? Copy one of Heisen's builds. That can solo literally anything in open world on Mesmer. Let's see. I hope an unannounced improvement. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Just gonna come out and say it. ANET needs to pull up their socks regarding scope and size of next expansion. Soto is paid living world. That's literally all it is. Even IBS is larger than Soto in its entirety in both features and content. I'm not ungrateful. I know previous living worlds were released for free, and we should be having a chuckle that we got as much as Soto has given us for half the price of a normal expansion. But you can do better. Please do better. Doing better is how you knock your competitors out. As for additional systems Soto brought us, Weapon Mastery is a scam. It should have been given to players without needing Soto. What's next? Unbound E-Spec utilities. That's how low-hanging fruit for ANET. What else? Right, the Rift Mastery such, just fluff extra content. And then there's a butt bot. Hide the butt bot. Luckily, it was off the bottom of the screen. I don't understand it. Every single time, literally, every time I upload a video these days, within like 30 minutes, a bot will pop up. And like that one said, Alum Shalada or something. And then the profile pic is just like a lady's butt in a thong. And it's never the same butt, all right? They're different butts. But it's always a picture of someone, and they'll say something like, oh, I love your content. Or like, oh, how thought-provoking. How inspiring. Or it'll be like, I stand with Israel, or like, I stand with Palestine. Or are you voting for this? Are you voting for that? And it's just always something. And a butt. And I don't, like, I know it's a bot. I know it's bots. I don't understand the point of it. Like, what's the end game there? What is the end game to bots that do that on every YouTube video? So every single YouTube video I post, within about a half an hour, I delete a few comments that are from these bots. But I don't know, like, what are they going for? They're not asking for my credit card. I don't know what they want. I don't know what their end game is. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, I feel the community is partially blamed for the quality of Soto being like paid living world. People complained, content drought, and devs are pressured to rush things out. The only business model was better as living world was set up a major ice map. Maybe, I mean, they didn't have to do like a yearly thing though. They chose to do that. They could have done like every 2 years or something. Like, in my opinion, like, okay, I like Soto. I don't regret my purchase. But I will say, if we're comparing it to stuff in the past, yeah, it's way less. Like, I know it's supposed to be a mini expansion. It's way less than an expansion. And it's also less than, like that person said Icebird Saga. That's accurate. Icebird Saga, we had Biora, which was basically 2 zones. And we had, oh god, what is the name of it? We had Drizzlewood, and we had Grothmar Valley. So we basically got, 3 zones for Icebird Saga, and then we got 3 smaller zones for this. Now this one is going to get extended, like right there. But so we got like 3 zones here, and we got 3 zones for Icebird. But then like this was 2 separate things, because this zone was so large, and this was 2 releases, because this zone was so large. Soto added, like, Weapon Master training is good. I like it. But it was like, it felt like it was at the cost of, and we got the new weapons. Weapon Master training and the new weapons was kind of like what we got in trade for not having new elite specs. The story, like, as far as, like, how, if you wrote the story on paper, how they did it, I think was fine. But how they showed it, I think could have been much better. Most expansions were 4 to 5 maps, isn't that right? Yeah. So, like, Heart of Thorns was 1... Hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if you remember, Heart of Thorns was a lot of 3-dimensional depth. Like, there was, like, Tangled Depths alone. Hold on a second. Tangled Depths had, like, that floor, that floor, and that floor. Nope, that's space. Never mind. So 3 floors. So Tangled Depths had like 3 elevations to it. So just to be like, I don't regret my purchase of Soto, but I don't like it more than many of the Living Worlds that we've done before him. Wrong floor? Yeah. Took the elevator too high up. Lloyd says, I've watched a few cybersecurity channels. Those butt thong profiles are for people that are low enough IQ to fall for it. But fall for what? They're not even asking for anything. They're not like, hey, click on my profile picture for a link to butts.com. Like, they don't even say to, like, they're not even asking to do anything. They just show up and they're just like, how thought-provoking. And I'm just like, oh my god. The story, though, is really disappointing to me. I liked it up to Ceres and Astral Ward, but the second half just got really boring with Patha. Personally, I liked every content for, besides parts of IBS. I mean, a lot of people, it's almost unanimous that people hate how IBS ended. Like, the fight is cool, but after 10 years of build-up, finishing Primordus off like that was kind of, Wait, really? That's just a waste of time? Exactly. I don't know where in the world is someone's computer doing processing power to have these butt bots post messages that aren't even trying to trick people. Just checked. Butts.com redirects to another site. Don't search for it at work. Then why did you put the link in my chat, Arcadian? 1 second ban on Arcadian to purge his chat. He's like, hey guys, here's a juicy, fat, girthy link. Don't click it. I remember the worst link we got in chat one day is we were talking about, so you guys know how Twitter is X now, right? So someone was talking about like, oh, Elon's making it to where you can like upload entire videos to X. And that's true. That is completely true. You can. I could put like my YouTube videos in like a tweet if I paid for the thingy. And you can get like ad revenue if you're in the ad revenue program on there based on the views it gets. And they're like, yeah, it's someone in chat jokingly was like, oh yeah, you could, you know, they should make like their own section for that, like xvideos.com or something. And it made a link. And immediately, the guy who did it was like, oh no, no. Like he realized what he did. And I'm gonna cut to the chase and tell y'all who are innocent flowers, like I know most of my community is, that's not a PG link. This man put a straight up Stampy link in my chat. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? I did not expect the link to appear. Boruto YouTuber. Yo, I love that show with your dad. Thank you for the raid. Sorry, you caught me mid-chew. My wife just brought me lunch. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope you had a good stream yourself. If Primordus was like Senator Armstrong, that'd be epic. Any game needs a Senator Armstrong. Hang on, let me hyperlink it again. No, you lost your hyperlink privilege. You've been doing too much of that. But yeah. I kind of agree that I've been very disconnected from this whole follow. This whole like, hey, we found a demon. Let's not call in backup from any of our friends and just follow this demon around and do whatever she says. It definitely seems kind of odd. At Muck, a new pet next week. What's your speculation or wish list for it? Catch up. God, what's an animal we don't have a pet for? We got Chalk last time. I mean, it's gonna be in Soto, right? Last thing we got in Soto was the Ether Shark. What? No, you can't have my tots. Maybe a Cryptus thingy? Maybe a frog? That's gonna be Cryptus? Maybe. Still hoping for Choya pet. Are Choyas even beasts? I thought they were like watermelons. Like those things from Steven Universe. Juvenile Neo Sky Scale. Oh, one of the Crypto Sky Scales? Muck, where would you like the next X-Pack to go? Master Liu, I have a very long history of predicting things in Guild Wars 2
Gerbongo, 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 gerbongo.
and being wrong. So I'm gonna say the next expansion is gonna be in the Mists, which means you can be pretty certain that it will not be in the Mists. Smashy, thank you. Appreciate the resub. Welcome back. We will forever say skill issue in your name. How does Quick Untamed deal with break bars? Got a few options. Storm Spirit does 400 break bar. Pet Swap to Gazelle. It can do another 400 break bar with its 2 abilities if you have time to use them both. If you're not unleashed, your Hammer 3/5 is 400 break bar. So you just move the unleash off of you, and then your hammer skills become CC skills. So it's not rapid. It's not like if I was trying to do it as fast as possible, I could, throw the Storm Spirit, Pet Swap to Gazelle, use like F2, F3, and then that's 800. And then if there's another few seconds, then I could move the unleash back to the pet and then use my 3/5. So I've got access to like 1200 CC in this. It's not like, Signet of Humility where they're just like, wham, 600. But it's not bad. It's certainly not bad. Double Mace resets a lot of CC. Yeah, if you're using Sword Axe, which is more standard, the Axe 4 has CC, and the Sword 1 Ambush has CC. On Maces, 3 and 5 have CC also. Still getting used to them. Human Gods come back in the next expansion. Yeah, there's still, what, like 6 more we can kill? Isn't there one human god, like one guy in Guild Wars 1 that became a human god and every Guild Wars 1 player hates the guy? I played Guild Wars 1, but not enough that I remember that. I just know of him.
No.
Cormir, yeah. Yeah, I've seen memes about him, but I don't know him firsthand. Is any ranger build with at least one range weapon meta? Yeah, like, for example, the Untamed build I'm playing right now, you could use main hand axe, and it's a very small DPS loss, but on fights where you need ranged, it's a DPS gain. Because you can hit it while you're moving around. The one that was hated was Abaddon. No, I was definitely thinking of Cormir. We met her, she barely helped, and yeeted off the rest of the gods, yeah. Cormir is a Sunspear lady who tags along with you during the Nightfall campaign, and at the end she jumps in front of you and claims the god power-up. Yep, that's what I've heard. I've seen, like, little animations about it. Gods are back from their 10-year milk run. We did it. We saved the world. They walk in, put milk down on the ground. They're like, my child, we've returned. Seriously? Hi, Kaisen. Crystal Paladin said everyone hates Cormier, hates the commander, hates Bram, hates XYZ. Players make their own agenda about everything. Hey, if I had fought long and difficult battles to get to a godly power-up and someone jumped in front of it and stole it from me, I'd hate him too. What's best at the moment, Untamed or Soul Beast? Not enough information. Best for what? Best for World v World, best for PvP, best for PvE DPS, best for PvE DPS while providing a boon, best for a PvE heal build, best for open world. Like, what are you doing? No. Just best. Oh, okay, Druid then. I'd love to smack the Tyrian Pantheon. Balthazar was my favorite god and he went evil. If I can't have my favorite, nobody can. That's like in early World of Warcraft, Sylvanas was my favorite city leader. And then she went all, yes, queen, in like the latest expansion, and I just feel like so disconnected. I was like, why, what are you doing, lady? Why are you crazy now? You weren't like this. You see Chip? It's attacking the scratching post. What's up? Sharpening his weapons. Suboptimal opinion. Oh, I don't know, for anyone who hasn't seen it, hang on. Alright, so over there, behind, on the other wall. That framed picture, we hung that up. That's a fan art that somebody sent me. And it's my Asura with his orange wizard hat and his hand is extended. And real life Chip is chomping him on the hand and dangling from his arm. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So that got framed. Also, Horde banner over there. Yes, I was for the Horde, for the Swarm, for the Forsaken. Those were my allegiances. In the new trailer, timestamp 33 seconds, is the guy holding the staff, is it tier 2 obsidian? I still have the trailer open, hang on. 33 seconds. I'm pretty sure that's an old staff. Oh wait, you're asking about his armor. I don't know. What do y'all think? Is that new or no? Com Asher, rating with a party of 4. Thank you, Com. Appreciate that. I'm having a little lunch break. We're just chatting right now. Welcome. Crystal says that's Defiant Glass outfit. What exactly was the Sylvanas Yas Queen art? Yes, Queen art. So, okay. So, as I remember her during the time that I played, Sylvanas was like, in Warcraft 3, because I played Warcraft, all the Warcraft games, she was a high elf, and she was defending the city, and then Arthas rode in and killed a bunch of them. She fought against him, and he raised her as a banshee. And then he forcibly made her serve the Undead Legions, and then eventually, when Arthas got defeated, she got freed. And actually, before that. But she got freed. She managed to break out of his control when he was weakened. And tried to kill him, but he was saved by Kel'Thuzad and shot away. So she still had, like, the pride of an elf but she was undead, and she hated what she had become, and she hated him. So she was like all about like, we gotta take down the Undead Legion. And it was like, all right, that's a valiant goal. She's making the most of this second life she's got, right? But then, like, really late on in it, she was like, oh, yeah, I've been secretly serving this elder evil god, Baba Booey, the whole time. And burned down Soldier Hill. And then she burned down the entire Night Elf capital city, which goes completely against her whole, like, driving force the whole time, which was defend the elves. Now, granted, they were different elves, but she had no hatred for the Night Elves. So it was just like crazy. And then, you know, she was like serving some Cthulhu lord or something in Shadowlands. I didn't play Shadowlands. I only know bits and pieces. What? You cannot have my tater tots. These will upset your tummy. To quote Blizzard, you think you want this, but you don't. You probably still do, but you would give it back to me in a few hours, and I don't want that. Night Elves suck. Garrosh was right all along. Yo, on that topic, I know a lot of people hated Warlords of Draenor. I thought it was fun. I enjoyed it. Alright. That is the last bite. Let me just put that over there. I'll put those dishes away after the stream. I'm gonna turn my fan back on. Alright. That wasn't very yes queen of her. Well, no, then she went in front of Orgrimmar, and what was it? She dueled that other guy to become the leader of the Horde. And then she she killed him in front of the whole army and called them all trash and was like, you're all nothing, you're all garbage. And then they were like, maybe we shouldn't serve you, and then she left. This is water. Even you have water. Chat, if you don't have a shoulder cat, you should get one. Get you a shoulder cat. You're gonna fall. You're leaning. There you go. You're leaning too far forward. All right. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. I thought that was broken for a second. There was one quest line where Garrosh ended up executing one of his generals because he ordered a druid village to be bombed, and Garrosh was not happy, to say the least. Garrosh ordered it to be bombed, or the general ordered it to be bombed? I don't know that one. That might have been after I finished playing. The general did. Gotcha. So Garrosh was like, professionals have standards, basically. Okay, let's see. I like the Warlords of Draenor raids a lot, not so much the story. Oh yeah, I remember doing progression on Cho'Gall. The cliff scene. Ah, yeah. I also remember fondly in Warlords of Draenor when Garrosh picked a fight with Thrall and just like forgot he was a shaman. Thrall just basically did like this, and like a big hand comes out of the earth and just grabs him. And he's like, would you like some lightning to go with that? Like, I got some. I got it on tap. Sylvana's story was like her biggest fan and biggest hater, took turns writing it, major whiplash. That is quite the description.
That's quality armor.
Thanks. I remember when we were making the thumbnail for the Obsidian Armor video, we talked about having that's quality armor in the thumbnail. We might have. I can't remember if we did or not. No! There we go. It's funny when I read the words biggest fan in your sentence there, I can't help but think of the adoring fan from was it Oblivion? That follows you around. He's got like the onion looking hair. He's the first thing to enter my mind. I thought of Stephen King's Misery. Oh god. I watched that video as a kid. When she broke his ankles, I was like, "Ah!" I wasn't ready. I can't watch that scene anymore. I mean, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Still better than the one scene in I Am Legend? I'm guessing you're talking about when the dog dies. At least the camera pans away. How'd you get those titles to show up on screen? The Regions of Tyria module. It is a plugin for Blish HUD. And if you want it, if you do exclamation Blish in my chat, a guide will come up. Yours if you desire it. Before I watch a movie, I have to check if the dog or other animal companion dies, so I can't watch it. I'm imagining you watching, like, Disney's Mulan, and after 5 minutes you meet the cricket, and you pause it and go to Google, does the cricket die? 2 minutes later, you meet the little dragon, pause, go to Google, does Eddie Murphy die? My baby's all grown up and saving China. Wait, what? Why did Twitch stop this? Chat, let me show you this. Oh, so one of the other mods just allowed it. This right here, don't watch Men in Black then, was stopped by Twitch. Apparently Men in Black set off an alarm? I don't know. Men in Black. I don't remember a pet dying in Men in Black. Oh, they're doing that quest. Okay. Men in Black monitoring stream. There we go. I helped. Big Brother said that's a no-no. Yeah. Those guys in black suits, you know, we don't talk about them. Can I play Fractals and Strikes with a Rifle Mechanist build? Yeah, absolutely. You could do a pure DPS Rifle Mech build, or a Rifle Mech build that provides its group alacrity, and both of those are more than good enough to be viable. Yep. Excuse me, didn't want to sneeze in your ear. I know, you know, some folks like the ASMR sneezing channels. That's just not what I'm about. I know. Disgusting stuff. Yes.
What's that you say? Timmy fell down the well? Lorraine's gonna be late again today?
Gosh, we'll have to check it out.
30 minutes late? 40?
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The fact that Laura's punctuality's reputation, even the animals know. We do want Chip Meow ASMR. I mean, he's here for it. There we go. Sing us the song of your people. Tell us of Lorraine's schedule. Laura's punctual? I mean, that's the joke. She needs a Laura time emote. It would get more use than my Mukluk time emote. What are you doing? What are you doing? What Revenant build do you enjoy the most? I have to... Okay, I don't really love playing Revenant at all, but I'm gonna have to say Herald. I recently played Renegade and found it extremely tedious to play. Maybe it was just because I played the Condi build, but it was not enjoyable. I don't want Vindicator in the game. Vindicator is an embarrassment. When I show other people... Okay, I am someone who has probably gotten thousands of new players into this game. I hide Vindicator from them until it's too late. Okay? Like, Vindicator is something that would make them leave. You have to, like, get them hooked, and then, like, oh, yeah, it's too late. We have Vindicators. Like, them just going, and just jumping constantly. Like, it's stupid. The class fantasy's stupid. The gameplay's stupid. It looks stupid. It's stupid. There's a reason they don't provide any essential boons. They're stupid. So, yeah, I want nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Hello, Viking Chat. Hi, Lord Heisen. That hurt. Ah, I thought my you cannot take damage thing was still active. It was not. Does it smell stupid? Yes. I can smell it, and it is also stupid. Can you gather living world map currency nodes on more than one character per day like Mastonium? I don't know. I do not know the answer to that, Sorrel. Bjorn, thank you.
3 years of supporting
Appreciate
awesome
that.
content creator.
It's me, I hope. I really wish End of Dragons, Revenant got Master Togo as a new elite spec and called it a ritualist. I know a lot of people were predicting that, and I kept telling them there's no way. Because when you get an elite spec, it's dumbed down into 9 traits, 4 utilities, 1 elite, and 1 heal skill. And there's no way you could fit the Revenant into that. Or sorry, the Ritualist into that. It's just, you couldn't do it. So maybe if you did like a portion of the Ritualist, like, you know, the different classes went to End of Dragons and studied ritualism, and each of them learned a chapter of it or something like that. Maybe. Renegade got close. Oh my god, they both summon a thing and the thing does a thing. Like, that's where the similarity ended, I feel like. Laura is active. She heard Chip talking script. I wish the Renegade utility skills won't activate too much energy. Can't let a cat make fun of me. Presses the go live button. Chad, y'all like biscuits? Say do not disturb. I'm baking. I must focus. I'm trying to herd him back to where the camera is. Knowing he will pull away from me, I'm like using that knowledge to herd him back to where he's giving you guys a good angle. Yeah, Ritualist in Guild Wars 1 had hundreds of moves. Hundreds. So, dividing that down into like 6, like you couldn't even get the main ones. Like you could have each class or learn like a section of Ritualist. Like there was like communing was one of its skills, for example. But I don't think you could just make the whole Ritualist class be a legend and then call it a day. Trying to decide, do I want to go back to Guild Wars 1 or go DC Universe, that super old hero MMO? You know, I never really get the urge to go back and play Guild Wars 1. I occasionally get the urge to go play EverQuest 1. Just because that was my first MMO. Sometimes I get the nostalgia. I just missed the dervish. I hear that. I have a nostalgic feeling with an old MMO, but won't touch it because I know it will never be the same. Yeah, like if I went back to EQ, I know I would absolutely not spend, you know, thousands of hours playing it again, but it might be fun for a short time. Part of the reason I don't go back to, like, WoW is I know it would take hours to, like, find mods that I was used to using and set up the UI and stuff, and I'm not willing to do that part. Like, that's the part I'm like, no, man. I don't want to sit down for half a day and set this back up again. Like, a while back, I got my account on a WoW reactivated for like a week to do that Plunder Storm tournament. Some of you may have seen me in. And I had the opportunity to log back into like my old characters, like the ones that I got server first on and stuff. But I logged into one of them for a second, and I was just like looking at the UI, and I'm like, no. And then I logged out. I pulled him out of retirement for 1 minute. Like many WoW players, I had some mods set for my UI, and I had things moved around. So like the default UI is not at all what I was using. EQ would have the same problem. Logged in a couple of months ago, gassed at how it looked and all the buttons, and then fled. EQ, at least you can move everything around like within the base client. I never used mods for EQ, so I'm used to not having mods for that. WoW though, I had some mods installed. Why are you running? Get back here. Hey, we rising. Oh no! Oh my god. 1300 HP in a dream. Ah! I was like 1300 HP in a dream, and then in the middle of the word dream, she stabbed me in the face. Ow, that hurt. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hey, Drop, I'm doing good. Just had lunch. I just got a few more minutes, and then I'll need to wrap things up. But just hanging out with some good people this morning. Went over the new news, played some games. I did that in Lord of the Rings Online account recently. I logged in, looked at the CF of the UI, and the level jump from my main to the current level crap, and I was like, no, and I logged out. What was for lunch? Nuggets and tater tots. The lunch of gamer champions. I think you finally settled down, chat. Oh, look at that. So majestic. Like a sphinx. I'm curious, but have you and Errol met up in IRL before? No. I have not. Part of the reason is I don't go outside. And it's funny because he joked about how he barely ever goes outside. And he did wow, it's bootleg Spider-Man. He did the other day, chat, because he was traveling, and he got in a car crash. He's fine. He's bruised, from my understanding. So he's okay. But it's like he's like, man, I shouldn't go outside. Oh, how about I travel? And then car crash. I'm probably just gonna finish this event and then I'll be out of time. Look at that shot. The plate is near the camera, so he was sniffing the plate the tater tots were on. There's that zoom in. Well, check your DMs for a story about Dragon Stand meta. Okay. Hang on. Alright, let's see. Since you're doing Dragon Stand, here's a funny thing I used to do during Heart of Thorns. When the meta started, ledgy bosses started walking from the end of the map till they meet players on the way. So, I used to wait for the bosses to spawn, kill all of them before they reach the comms and all of the 3 lines, and then the commanders ask a map chat, where are the ledgy bosses, is this map bugged? So you were that strong even then. Yeah, I wasn't an active player when Heart of Thorns was, like, the thing. I played for the first few months of Guild Wars 2, and then after, like, in the middle of Living World Season 4 is when I was like, oh, I should try this game again, and then it got its hooks in me bad, and it never let go. I'm so slow. I don't have swiftness. It was my pure joy to see the comms asking map chat why the bosses didn't spawn. Any plans on revisiting V Rising? Maybe. Originally, I was telling people that I probably would not. And the reason for that is I've done 2 full playthroughs of the game, and I thought that I was like, oh wow, that was fast. I was like, there's no way I'll be able to stomach doing a 3rd one from scratch, doing an AoE res here. I didn't think I would enjoy doing a 3rd playthrough from scratch. And then I was told by Noxxi and them that a lot of quality of life stuff that was added to the game, and that it's like a lot better now. And I was like, oh, well, okay, maybe I would enjoy it. So originally no, now maybe. You still your way through FF14X trials for mounts yet? Did, already figured. Heisen had a video that came out recently. It was like, I soloed the hardest solo content in the game on the 2nd try or something. Apparently he's good at making the FF community mad. I like how those videos, he always frames them as like, I'm a Guild Wars 2 player, I'm waiting for the next Guild Wars 2 update, guess I'll go outdo all the FF14 players real quick and then come back. Like, that makes it so much better. Because he could just say like, oh, I'm new and I tried this and it's so exciting, but no, he has to build up that rivalry. my god, dude, this flippy boy hurts. No, he killed my pet. Run. Why is this taking so long? There we go. Alright, can I just port out of here? I'm bored. No, release me! Let me go! There's I'll just go there. Hey, Ben Walls says, tuned in, just want to say the beard looks great on you, buddy. Thank you, Jibs. Appreciate that. My wife likes it also, but only from a distance. She likes it at range, but not melee. Alright, there we go. We finally left combat. I hope the Lonely Tower Fractal will be the same as the FF14 towers. I guarantee you it will not. Oh my god, leave combat, please. Release me. There. Holy crap. I was a hostage. What's up? She misses the boons if she stays her age. Or I miss the boons. Remember, chat, when finding a partner for life, be sure to pick something that's within the meta. For example, if you're a tank, make sure to hook up with a healer for best success. Alright, there we go. Okay, don't have time to finish Dragon's Stand, and that one was going real slow. Till the junk. Alright, chat, with that, I need to step out for now for the afternoon. Thank you guys for a wonderful morning stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. A couple plugs on my way out. If you happen to be new to my channel, my name is Mukluk. I stream every single evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back this evening for more Guild Wars Tuesday. I'm going to be on the NA servers then. We'll do the weekly giveaway. And then I'm going to be exploring the different game modes of Homeworld 3 because I'm going to be doing a review video on that. So I'll be back in about 5 hours if you wish to join me then. Please hit that follow button on Twitch or like and subscribe if you're watching me on YouTube right now. It really does help us out. Additionally, these are links to my 2 YouTube channels. The first one has the edited content, like the game reviews, game guides, funny moments, things like that. The second channel has got full playthroughs of all the games that I do on stream. There's over 10,000 videos there, so if you want to binge watch my content, that second channel is the best place to do it. And a last thank you to the patrons. They keep this cat fed and all this good stuff. Cannot do it without them. And there's a link to that if you're interested in joining those wonderful people. And with that, going to drop a raid on someone else on the Twitch side of things, just to show some support to another streamer. I'll raid Laura since my cat was saying she was going to be late. And I will be back once again in about 5 hours if you wish to join me for the good stuff. See ya. Have a good day.